Alrighty. Good evening. Keep pounding nation. Welcome back to another Carolina Panthers live stream brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. It is Thursday night, September 11th, 2025. It's it's been a interesting and also rough week. Hope everybody's doing all right. Um, got a lot going on out there. Of course, today is, remembering 9/11, but yeah, it's been a week. It's definitely been a week. Um, I know quite a lot has happened, and it's really gotten it's gotten pretty crazy. Um, there's a lot of division and just a lot of hatred has come out. Yeah, it's been a very impactful week for obvious reasons, but yeah, just rough, really rough. But one thing it just goes to it just goes to show that you never know. You just never know what could happen, and yeah, it's it's been a week. It's been a week. Um, bear with me for 1 second, y'all. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay. All right. Let me just take a moment to gather myself. All right. Carolina Panthers football. Week 2. They stay on the road as they travel to play the Arizona Cardinals. A very familiar matchup. This team has definitely competed against each other quite a lot. Quite a lot. Of course, Carolina coming off of a really, really bad loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, yeah. This team needs to desperately bounce back. I mean desperately bounce back. And I'm hoping this will be the game. Hope hoping this will be the game. We can get this victory and then can be set up in a much better position for when we have our home opener against the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, on that note, let me get let me get Corey in and we'll get started. Let me also fire this up. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna talk about this matchup. We're definitely gonna talk about this matchup. Of course, like I said, the Arizona Cardinals are coming into this 1-0. They just recently beat the Saints. So, yeah, it's going to be challenging.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's good? What's good?
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
You doing all right?
Oh yeah, um, it's been a frustrating week with this Panthers team. I've been seeing all the posts and everything, and social media and everything, and it's just been crazy to me.
Yeah, it definitely has been. Here, let me switch to camera 2. There we go. Yeah, it's been a week, bro. It's been a week.
It really has. There's been a lot going on. Shout out to T Green. He says Green Bay looking good against Washington. True,
Oh
true,
yeah, they're
true.
they're playing tonight, right?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't even
Gotcha.
had time to turn it on, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
you. But man, I have to really start with just our fan base. Like the panic. The panic has really set in early without hesitation. That kind of bothers me
yeah.
just a little bit.
I would agree with that. This has always been a fickle fan base, and it's a fair weather fan base. People are either really hyped up or they're really pissed off at any one given time,
Yeah.
and it's like, how do you find that balance in between? Because one minute we're wanting to cheer on our team, and the next minute we're wanting to march on Mint Street. It's like, come on. But I mean, it's good reasoning though, because Tepper was doing Tepper things. Um, but for once, the problem isn't Tepper. You know, he's kept his hands clean. Same with Dan Morgan. I don't feel like either one of them are the problem right now. But it's Dave on camera, and you know, you, we have a press conference from Dave Canales from either Tuesday or Wednesday, and this dude started blaming the players for lack of execution. And I'm just going, are you serious? Because this is like we can't be doing this right now. In year two, we're trying for a division title, and he, that whole press conference just rubbed me the whole wrong way. And I sent it to you. We're gonna go through it. But it's important because he's dodging questions. He's doing everything that we don't want him to do after a loss like that, and it's concerning.
Um,
It really, really is.
I guess do we want to go ahead and knock that out first?
I would like to, since we have the majority of the people in here, let's go ahead and get that out of the way now.
Okay.
Um, T Green says, yeah, it's on Prime, NFL Prime for the Green Bay game.
Ah,
Yep,
gotcha.
makes sense. Uh, let me let me cue it up. I think this is the right press conference. I could be wrong. If it isn't, we'll find it. It won't take us long because there's only like two of them, right, from Dave.
Okay. So this is pretty much
Easy.
okay. This was from 3 days ago.
That's probably the right one. It's the one I sent you.
Okay.
So we shall see. All right. I am queued up.
Okay.
and we're gonna analyze this. When I say stop, then stop.
Okay.
Because we're gonna analyze this thing. Because I got a bone to pick with Dave, and I got a bone to pick with this whole staff right now. Let's go.
Alrighty.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Really, just a humbling game just to kind of look at where we're at right now. Had a chance to talk to the team and said, look, let's take a picture of this. Let's look right at it, and look at the different areas that we need to improve. And the things that we're looking at are fundamental things that we work on, that we're counting on. And I think the more that we can make the progress tangible for them, something that they can see and say, okay, well, if we work on this, we practice this, this will lead, to success. This will lead to improvement in what we're doing. That's the way we try to do it on Mondays. And so we looked at the clips, we looked at the turnovers, we looked at the missed tackles, the fundamental parts of it, looked at the processes at the line, against some pretty challenging looks, some pretty challenging pressure looks that
All right,
that we
stop.
can
Stop
certainly.
right there. All right, let's address the things that he was just saying right there. This man says that he wants his team to look right at the mistakes that we just made,
Mm-hmm.
not avoid them, look right at them. Okay, not a problem.
Yeah.
The problem is if you can look right at your problems and try to solve them, that's a good thing. If you look right at those problems and you don't solve the same problems that you said that you were pointing out in the next week, what are you really accomplishing? So and he's over here saying, okay, fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, normally I would agree with this. If we were actually playing well, we came close and we just didn't cut it. Okay, then you can use the fundamentals excuse.
Yeah.
We're looking at bad play calling in bad situations. We're looking at overusing players. We're looking at just crunching the numbers incorrectly that Brad is giving Dave Canales, to call these plays.
Mm-hmm.
So I I was crunching the numbers as far as like how big Xavier Legette is versus the corner he was facing up against. So it was like a 6'2" versus like a 5'8" corner, right?
Oof.
You put that laterally down the field, down the sideline, 6 out of 10 times, Xavier Legette is going to catch that ball in a 50-50 situation. He is a step or two faster than that corner that we played against in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to tell me fundamentals? Try again, Dave. He's also going to tell you he likes the matchups too, which the matchups are good. That's not the problem. The problem is what routes are these guys running? Because if Bryce Young is sitting back there for 10 minutes and cannot find an open receiver, and gets chased down, whose fault is that? Some people in the fan base will say, "Oh, Bryce Young is holding on to the ball too long. Oh, it's all Bryce's fault." Ain't wrong. When these guys are not winning their matchups because of bad routes that they're being given, then what are we really accomplishing? Nothing. Bryce Young is not the problem.
Well, another thing folks have got to remember, what about the drops? Cuz my thing is this. Not every single pass from Bryce has been on him. There have been plenty of passes where it's hit the receivers in the hands and they don't bring it down or it gets knocked out. So at some point, folks have got to understand that being that it's a team sport,
Mm-hmm.
I'll use stats for an example. Stats can only tell but so much of the story because you have
Mm-hmm.
to also think you could throw
Mm-hmm.
perfect balls,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the receivers, whoever they are, it's up to them to make the catches. I mean, heck, shoot, look at the movie Necessary Roughness.
Mm-hmm.
Featherstone. That dude got open easily. Easily.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Every single time. But what happened? Every ball thrown to him. Couldn't catch. Now, whose fault was that? Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
wide open. Easy. Ball put right on him. But if you don't catch, that's only, you could throw a perfect ball as much as you want. And I'm not saying that every ball Bryce has thrown has been perfect. It hasn't. But
Mm-hmm.
there are too many passes that have hit the hands of the receivers
Mm-hmm.
that get dropped or get knocked
Good
out
point.
or they don't bring them down. And it's like,
Good point.
it
When they
takes
were open. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it really takes two, and not only that, that's why stats only tell so much of the story. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you think about it, when the others don't do their part, it's going to affect you, whether you're the quarterback, O line, whatever. I mean, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't get time to throw the ball and you get sacked a bunch, sure, of course you're not going to have as many passing yards because you're not going to have the opportunity to pass the ball because you don't have protection. Of course
Correct.
your passing yardage is going to be low. If you
And it doesn't help that you put Josh Neiman in instead of Brady Christensen.
yeah, and it's like, okay, look at running the ball. If you only get, a few carries, of course you can't expect them to break over 100 yards with like what,
Mm-hmm.
10 carries or whatnot. You know how difficult that is? Like
Correct.
there's a lot of things, that have to come into play that factors into a lot of this. And that's why I feel like so many fans want to single out one, maybe two people. And it's more than just one or two people.
Correct.
Like, I kid you not. There was actually a discussion where it's at the point where folks are saying they're comparing Jimmy Clausen to Bryce Young. I'm like, what? Jimmy Clausen couldn't even win a game out of the 10 that he started for us. Why is he even in the discussion?
Yeah, for real. That's
Like,
that's just stupid. I don't see why.
and not only that, comparing one weak quarterback to a much weaker quarterback, what narrative are you trying to push?
Exactly.
Like, that's not really making a case for anything. You know what I'm saying? That's not
Yeah.
making a case for anything.
Right.
So, like, I just feel like a lot. And don't get me wrong, I get the frustration. The frustration is warranted,
Oh
but
yeah.
we have to also understand that there have been so many factors that have played into this.
Mm-hmm.
So many. And until we get each and every one of those cleaned up, it's going to be deja vu all over again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's starting to look that way right now. Now, granted, this is week 1. Definitely not
Right.
not the time to panic. A lot of teams, I mean, we have
Yeah.
to remember at least half of the teams lose the first game. I mean, that's by default.
Right.
So, my thing is, and this goes back to one of the things that I'm very interested about Dave Canales is how well does he adjust? How well does he bounce back?
Right.
Because, I mean, this is his second year. I mean, he's
Correct.
got the first year in, great. My thing is now, I get the nervousness. I get the uncertainties. I mean, after that first
Right.
year as head coach, not a great start
Yeah.
to the head coaching career. I get it. But at the same time, at some point, being that he's the head coach, like the top of the food chain on the
There's got to
coaching
be
staff.
some accountability.
Yeah.
We're
And
into year 2.
not only that, if it's at the point where you got to step in and maybe even pull rank, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're the head coach, not the
Correct.
offensive coordinator. You're the
Mm-hmm.
head coach, not quarterbacks
Right.
coach, not wide receivers coach. You're the head coach. Like,
Right. He
there's,
needs to stop thinking like an offensive coordinator, more like a head coach.
yeah. Like I said, I'm not against him calling the plays. That's fine. Do your thing.
Same. Yeah.
But you're also
That was a win against Atlanta last year, so yeah.
yeah, but you're the head coach. Like, at some point you have to factor in that no matter what could be said when it comes to like personnel, coaching, anything like that, you have to also understand that you really have the final say so when it comes to that being the head coach.
Correct.
So that's really just an example of what I really want to see more out of Dave Canales. Because don't get me wrong, I like the guy. I like the guy,
Mm-hmm. Me too.
but he's got to turn up the heat. Like,
Right.
is he probably possibly one of the nicest guys you could ever meet? Sure, I give him that. Does he have a degree of professionalism that can be admired? Absolutely.
But
But
it takes a lot more than that to win a championship
exactly.
and take back that NFC South crown.
Yeah.
You got to have some spine. You got to have some backbone if you want that crown. You got
Yeah.
to earn it. And this dude has no spine right now. Prove me wrong. He has no spine. I'm watching this and I'm just going, fundamentals? Huh? We're looking at year 2 into the system now. Year 2. This is the year where wins and losses start to matter. The first year we can use the excuse, okay, we're trying to learn the team, fundamentals, footwork, hands, etc. But year 2, you're expected to have at least most of that figured out by now, if not all of it.
Yeah.
So I want you to come in there with some backbone. Don't throw your players under the bus. Take accountability for your play calling and your defense coordinator's play calling because it was garbage. Everybody sees it. Everybody. Why are we running Chuba 16 times a game only to gain less than 100 yards? Excuse me? Like, this dude is not Derrick Henry. He's going to break. He's going to get hurt if you keep doing this. We're going to end up with a Christian McCaffrey situation again. Do you want that? No, I don't think you do. This is the danger of following the analytics and the data 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And if that data is off brand, and it goes in Dave Canales' ear, and Dave says, okay, well, the analytics was working last year. Let's try it again this year. Why not? Trust it, you know, instead of questioning it and going, okay, we've ran a draw play about 15 times today, with you, but why would the 16th work against the stack box?
Right.
This is where ding dong, hello, audible. That has to ring a bell somewhere, either in
Yeah.
his mind or in Bryce Young's mind. One of the two of them need to question that and go, what are we really doing here with this play calling? because this is garbage.
Yeah.
That is why you saw Bryce Young get pissed off
Oh
and
yeah.
slam his helmet. And I don't need to be a lip reader to figure out what this man said.
Yeah.
He was like, "Why are my wide receivers not open?
Also,
Color in your own expletive. This is ridiculous."
I gotta throw this in here as well because, bro, you and I and as well as many others have seen this way too much, especially when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to the offense. Why the heck has it consistently been 3 to 0 seconds when the ball gets snapped? Why? Like,
Yeah, that was something a couple of other podcasters were talking about too.
when you have to go,
Point that out.
uh, uh, snap me the ball, hurry. When you got to do that like so many times in a game, like,
Like your reads and your checkdowns, you're doing too much.
yeah, and it's like you
You're
have to
doing too
rush.
much. That was
Like,
part of the problem when we had Frank was the play calling uh, for each play was just like a mile long. It was like a book. Did you remember that? Because we
yeah,
always took it down to like 1 or 2 seconds before we snapped it, and I was like, chop that in half, please. Please
yeah,
chop that in half. Make it simple. Some of these players make it simple, stupid, man. You know, they're
like,
not going to understand half of this, and it's going to take forever for them to get adjusted to that. That's what
in all
frustrated me.
honesty, they really they need to start getting out of the huddle at least within 15 seconds.
Right.
Like, when you are already below 10 seconds coming out of the huddle, you have to rush,
Correct.
and it's hurting them. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't give you time to check for blitzes or check to see what the defense is showing. You don't
Right.
allow any opportunity to audible, especially if you see something so
Nope.
critical that you need to audible. You're not going to
Right.
have the
Like a
time.
sack box.
Yeah, you're not going to have the time, and you're sitting there, uh, snap me the ball. And it's like,
That ain't it.
you have to rush. Like,
Right.
I understand technology has become very advanced. I I love it. It's awesome. Great. But if this continues to go on, y'all got to figure out some sort of alternative. If y'all got to go back to like the armband play calling or something, but y'all are
Right.
taking way too long to get the play and get out of the freaking huddle.
And you can't blame it on headset issues. You can't blame it on all these other stupid excuses. This is just too long.
I mean,
Simply
even
too
if it's a
long.
headset issue, you have alternatives. Like,
Right. We wasted a timeout in the first half. We wasted a timeout in the second half because of this. Figure it out.
it's
This isn't rocket science, guys. This is football.
it is so ridiculous that they're breaking out of the huddle with like eight,
Unbelievable.
7 seconds left. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like,
Right. You're burning clock, burning clock, burning clock. Oh, desperation time. Hike, hike, hike. Oh, hike.
it's like do you it's
You
like
know,
do you
it's like, come on.
it's like do you have to announce what each player's route is? Do you have to announce which way
Right,
the protection
right,
is? Just
right. Ooh, I am glad you said that because Brad is a. Oh, I just made the connection now.
oh, and
Because if you look at Brad Isaac's pressers, he'll
mhm,
turn 3 questions into 30 minutes answers.
true.
He'll over explain everything in detail. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, these wide receivers were playing matched up against these players in this type. formation. It's like, Brad, stop talking, bro. You're giving away the store. You idiot. Like,
Yeah.
why would you do that right in front of the season opener game? Why would you give him a presser right in front?
Oh
Please.
yeah. B Rider also mentioned not to mention the super high snaps from center to quarterback. And I
I'm
think
not worried about that because I've seen, that there was a center that came from my hometown that went to Clemson. And he had high snaps all the time, but Trevor Lawrence got used to it, and then it was off to the races. So I'm not really worried about that. That's not too much of a problem. Um, it's the snap count that's the problem. You know, it's getting the ball snapped
yeah.
because if we're gonna sit here and Brad Isaac's plays are a book, it's basically a novel each play. For each play call, it's ridiculous. Like this is why we don't want Brad Isaac touching the freaking playbook. I've been trying to say that all preseason. You know, Dave Canales would not listen,
Right.
and,
Right.
and we got 23 points out of 3 preseason games because Brad Isaac was touching the playbook. And I was like, "What are we doing?" Like now you're feeding into his play calling, Dave Canales. You're gonna listen to him after we just did that, and you're going to talk about development and stuff like that. It's too late for development. We should already be doing that. It's year 2. We're trying to win games now. We're trying to win a division title now. I projected us at 7 to 9 wins this year. Wins.
Mm-hmm.
Not, oh, well, we came close. It's an emotional game, but we came close, so we just couldn't get it done. Back to 5-win season again. You know, we blame it on development and we blame it on just learning, the team again. No, it's year 2, Dave.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's year 2. And a gyro has had far than enough time, way more than enough time to get his act together. I say if we lose to the Cardinals, we call for his job tomorrow. We call for his job tomorrow because you're going to sit there and play nickel and dime defense when we don't need to be playing nickel and dime defense. Bro.
Got no pass rush. It's
In a
frustrating.
3-4 defense, you are supposed to have good, sturdy linebackers back there. We don't have a strong linebacking core. You asked for these linebackers, Gyro. All of this is on you. Everything that you have requested, we have given you. Do something with it. Do something with it or lose access to your car and get out of the building. Pack your bags and leave Charlotte because we're done with you. We respect you as a person. We respect your family. We respect everybody else. This is not about that. You were hired to do a job. You've been here for way too long and you haven't been getting it done. I don't care how many fishing trips this man has taken with Dave Canales. I don't care how many yacht trips that he's taken. I don't care how great their relationship is. Get him out of Carolina if he can't do the job right. And if you won't do it, Dan Morgan will. Yes, folks, Dan Morgan has that power. And we don't want Tepper stepping in and touching that because his hands are way too dirty already. With the rest of this garbage. So it's got to be Dan. It's either got to be Dan or it's got to be Dan. One of the two. But a gyro, if you don't get your act together, we're gonna give you one more week, bro. One more week. If we see the same garbage again, and watch, he's gonna cover up for his boy. He's gonna say, "Oh, we're putting in younger defensive players, you know, as an excuse for why we can't get it done." Watch, that's gonna be the pressure when if we don't pull it off,
Well,
if we don't get the W.
my whole thing is even with the
Count
personnel,
on it.
it goes back to the fact that he's the head coach. Like personnel, like he should have the final say so. But
And while we're on that subject, this is not the time to be putting in younger players, in NFL play. This is year 2. We're trying to win football games. We're trying to win a division title. This is not the time to do that. Preseason is the time to do that. Get your mind out of preseason and put it in regular season mode. Putting in younger defensive players is not going to be a valid excuse if we
right,
was the Cardinals. I'm sorry, it's just not.
right,
You've had every opportunity to get this done. You've been given all the players that you can need. If you don't use that talent, that's on you, the gyro. I'm sorry, the buck stops here, bro. With all due respect,
yeah, seriously,
we've been trying to tell you. We've been trying to warn you for about a year now. You have failed to heed those warnings. You have failed to heed everybody's warnings out there of these podcasters, and you have kept doing the same garbage over and over and over again. And one press conference today is not going to save you. Yeah, you might have said all the right things during that press conference, and I give you bonus points. I give you cookie points for the fact that at least one of our coordinators knows how to keep his trap shut and not give away the game plan. But it's not enough. You've run out of excuses. You've run out of rope. Get the job done. You pass or fail on your own merit, the gyro. And Brad, we're coming after you next. Get yourself ready. I'd start packing that house right now, Brad, because we're coming for you next. Make no mistake about it. If we get another performance like that, yeah, you're next. I'm giving you till the end of the year.
no, that's fair.
I'm gonna be
That's
generous.
that's fair. That's definitely fair.
And the reason I'm going to be generous with him is because we did put up points last year. The system does work. But if you're relying 100% on analytics, Dave, I'm talking to you. Stop relying on 100% analytics. Start questioning these play calls that you're doing. And I mean, double check yourself before you call a play. Because, and if that costs us a couple seconds off the board, that's fine. But double check yourself. Check the formations, check what we're doing pre-snap, and make sure you know that what you're calling is going to work. Or at least have a really good chance of working in that situation. Don't rely on percentages 100%. Yes, there are times when you do need to rely on the percentages.
Yes.
There are times when you need to rely on your own gut as a head coach and your own knowledge. You're supposed to be an offensive coordinator, posing as a head coach, Dave Canales. You should know these defensive formations just as well as a gyro should be knowing these offensive positions that these guys are in.
Yeah, that should be the
That's your
idea.
job.
That should be the
Because
idea.
what's the opposite of what you're doing? That. So there's no reason why you can't figure that out and adjust. Now we'll deal with the audibles with Bryce later. Right now, we got to get this play calling set and figured out. And I want that whole entire offensive playbook these play calls rewritten into something more simple for these guys to understand. If that takes if that takes a week for us to adjust, fine. Fine. But we better not lose the Cardinals doing it. Because we have a favorable record against the Cardinals thus far, overall. We do not want to compromise that right now. And this team has a habit of going in and saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna hype up this. We're gonna hype up all this. Hype it up to the moon. Oh yeah, rah rah rah. These wide receivers are the best in the league. These running backs are the best in the league. We got 2,000-yard rushers. Yeah, 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 yeah." And then you go into the regular season first game and you lay an egg
Pretty nasty
every
one.
single year. Every year. This is 4 years straight of this. And I'm sick and tired of it. Stop hyping them up. Let them know we're serious. And start winning games. Do something with this talent, please. Otherwise, what's the point of going out and spending all this money and getting all these draft picks? What's the point?
Yeah.
If you're not going to put in the starters that are supposed to be there, Dave,
Right.
and start getting your head out of the clouds and start being a head coach. This is, this is not your toy to play with, Dave. This is a
Go ain't.
billion-dollar franchise. Start acting like it. This is a business. Just as much as it is fun. And I get it's fun. Okay? If I was a head coach, I'd be having fun too. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that right there. But there are times when it's fun and it's time to get down to business. And now it's the time to get down to business and show the league that we are not the bottom feeders of the league anymore. I'm sick and tired of this team being the bottom feeder. Everybody would agree with that. Everybody here in this fan base agrees with that. They just don't agree on how to get it done. As far as making it happen. As far as getting these wins and making it happen. So, what you're going to hear in this press conference is him blaming the players, using them as a crutch, dodging the questions, and him just giving all the wrong answers that we're not looking for right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're going to hear. I'm going to read through my chat real quick. I'm going to let you catch up on yours, and then we're going to start back again.
Oh, I'm good on my end, so you go for it.
Okay, let's see. T Green said, no. Where are we at? Problem is Bryce is not hitting open receivers. The O line is giving him time in the pocket. It's not that. It's the play calling, bro. It's the play calling. The O line did fine, and actually credit to Josh Newman because he did have a pretty decent game, which he'll talk about that too in this presser. Tom Brady 12 says Charles Rick may be laid off. Oh, Charles Rock. Yeah, I heard about that.
I did as well.
Yeah, we made the right decision there. And this is Panthers related because it's organization related.
Mm-hmm.
We made the right decision there. I'm not going to get too much into this because I don't want to get into politics, but yeah, we did make the right decision. We don't want to promote that type of commentary, on something like that. It's sickening and it's disrespectful. So good job, Panthers management, for recognizing that this was the right thing to do.
Indeed.
Rock has done good for they fired him. Yep, I know. Yeah, we're all aware. Dave's saying everything that we don't want to hear. Exactly. Exactly. I'm pretty sure Tepper is bothering him. No, actually, Tepper needs to keep his hands clean of these whole situations because he has been personally responsible for 3 years of our failure so far, maybe four of it.
That's a good point.
We have gone through how many head coaches, how many coordinators because of Tepper alone. Yeah, he needs to wash his hands clean of any type of regime change right now, and just let these boys do their thing for right now.
Agreed.
Now, if Dan Morgan's starts screwing up, then that's when he would get involved. But it's not Dan Morgan's fault. He has given you the pieces you need. He has gotten everything that they have requested. So he has done everything that we've asked him to do. Trading wise, free agency wise, drafting wise, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I give him the green light. He is fine. It's Dave Canales on down. That's the problem. Now you can distribute the blame however you like, but Bryce Young is not the problem right now. For once, Tepper is not the problem right now. For once, um, and yes, the players did have a little bit of a lack of execution. Yes, I will give him that. But at what point do you say lack of execution versus play calling is screwing things up, causing the lack of execution? That's where we got to have that discussion because this is important enough that we got to discuss this before we even get into the preview stuff. Because this is important. If you don't get the management stuff right, the rest is a wash. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is why we put this as a priority, folks. It's that important. Um, Renfro had a lot of drops due to short or bad passes from pressure in Bryce's face. That would be Josh Demon's fault as well as the play calling too. Because we all know Renfro is much, much better than this. Yeah, it sucks. I'd rather for them to have Brady and Brady Christensen. Yeah.
Same.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I called him out on that, right even before we even started. The depth chart said Brady Christensen is second string. Why are you not going by the depth chart? How did that suddenly become Josh Neiman? There's no injury of Brady Christensen. Explain this, Dave Canals, because I have no clue what's going on. By the way, we barely saw Nick Gordon or Princely either in that game. Can you explain that one too? So it's use of players, not just play calling. Samuel Panthers coach needs some balls, stop being a good guy and put some fire in this team. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Agreed. Definitely agreed.
Yeah. This is the time for him to start getting into everybody's butt, especially his coordinators. If I was Dave right now, I would not even hesitate to go into Bradley's office and Ejira's office and say, "What the heck are you doing? Wake up. This is regular season. Get your act together. Get it done, or you're out the door by the end of the year."
Pretty much.
Period. I would just lay it on thick. Bare bones, lay it on and let him know. And then I would call a meeting with Bryce and I would say, here's what we're going to do. I want you to audible. Create a set of audibles.
Yeah.
I don't care what Brad created for you. Create a set of audibles that you are comfortable with, that are short, conversative, audibles that you can get in there in less than 5 seconds. And I would say, we are going to win these games. And I've already told Brad Isaac and Gyro, get it together. We're going to go out there and we're going to ball out. We want this division. We're going to go take it. And I would fire them up. I would hype them up. And I talk to Chuba, do the same thing. Talk to Derek Brown, do the same thing. And get all the leaders together and just be like, we're going to win. We're going to win, or I will find somebody in this office that will win.
Yep.
Because I'm tired of this. I have watched the Panthers' history. I have watched what we are doing, and I'm sick and tired of it. I'm hungry for wins. Now is the time to go for wins. It's not the time to develop. It's not the time to just sit around. You should be doing that stuff anyway. Now it's the time to win. So, put me in, Dave. Put me in.
There you go.
Give me 30 minutes in that locker room. I promise you. I'll have them ready to run through walls.
Did we want to resume the video? Or
late play calling.
oh, you
correct.
you still got comments.
Yeah, Dan Morgan is hiding in the cut, just like Tepper. No, I don't think so. I don't think Dan Morgan is the problem here. I don't think he is. He's done everything he's supposed to do. Shout out David Screws. He says, we have to get this together. We have the talent that needs to be used. Last week, it looked like we had nothing because of the vanilla play calling on defense and the offense. Get it together. Hope everyone is well. God bless.
God bless.
Great comments, man. Great comments. Yes, you're exactly right. All right, let's get this moving. Go.
Sort out that we have done in the past and to make
Oh,
sure
you're
that
all
we're
on the same page, huh?
So, we just watched it together as a team, started with special teams clips and went to offense, went to defense and said, let's look at this and let's take a step forward. And
Do you now?
we're working on going into this week.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're doing next week? Are you all on the same page? Because it sure looked different to me.
Didn't seem that way in week 1, so better.
When Bryce Young is slamming his helmet and cursing you out on the sideline, that was not on the same page, Dave.
No.
I'm sorry, it's not. Anybody who is 81 watching this game could figure that out. Come on, Dave. Quit lying to us, dog. Go.
Okay.
The looks for the snap and the pre-snap. You had 2 drives that were around 5 minutes each with very limited first down earned.
Yeah.
How do you guys kind of, I don't want to say more urgency,
There's
but
your
like
question,
how do you
Blitz.
get this snap off quicker, or is that strategic that you guys are leaving it down to the last couple of seconds?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh, get
that's
better
something
at it,
that we
huh?
want to get better at. So we'll be attacking that this week.
Wait, hold up.
Stop.
Something y'all want to get back? Y'all been doing that for like the last 2 seasons.
Right.
Like, what? I mean, I know this your second year, but you had to have noticed that was a thing even during your first year. Like,
Exactly.
what?
Exactly.
Wow. Well.
Wow. Oh, you're still working on that. Okay, so while you're working on that, I guess we should sit on some else then during the regular season, right?
Yeah.
And act like nothing is going on, right? Oh, you're working on it. Do you have a plan though? Do you? Because we would all love to hear it right now.
Shoot. Man. That's wild. That's
This
wild.
is the things you do not want to hear from your head coach after a first game loss.
That's wild.
It gets worse.
All
Let's
right.
continue.
Alrighty.
7 straight games of giving up 200 or more rushing yards. You brought up the tackling. Like, do you just
Adjusting
have to get back
the
to
scheme.
basics, or is this a matter of adjusting the scheme given what's happened as a trend?
Yeah, coming off the film, I mean, the scheme was
That's
there.
not
we gotta
what
get
we're
guys
talking
down.
about,
We had
Dave.
a couple of TFLs available for us early on in the game. We got to get the guy to the ground. The big 70-yarder was really like a free player. We got a free player. We got two guys outside. Two guys in the D gap, and we're trying to spill that so Trey Merritt could be in position to make that play. And they cut us off, and so then all of a sudden he's got a decision to make. Do I jump inside or hop back out in the ball?
Why were there two guys on top of each other from our own team? That caused our linebacker, Rosebloom, to question whether he was supposed to go inside or outside. Credit to Panthers advice because he is the one that actually spotted this.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we having two guys confused on what gap they're supposed to be in, landing on each other, and from our own defense? Meanwhile, the offensive lineman is free to get to the second level and take on Rosebloom and take him out of the play. I assume that's the play we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Where Travis Etienne went 15 yards on us.
Because
Good Lord.
who had been calling the schemes? Was it Roseboom or
And you're going to
Trevin?
blame Trayvon Moehrig for that? You're going to blame Moehrig for that? Excuse me? Moehrig was not on the defensive line.
Right.
He was nowhere near the defensive line. He is your emergency safety to make sure that this dude doesn't score.
Yeah. The idea is the safety's the last line of defense.
Tell me you don't know about defense schemes and run blocking without telling me you don't know about it. You're an offensive coordinator. You should understand this stuff. Like, are you football intelligent or are you not? Because last year I heard you talking about this stuff very intelligently, like you knew what you were talking about. And now it's like the gyro's gotten into your head and you've lost half your brain power to think intelligently when it comes to coverages and run block gapping. Run stopping. Because this ain't it. This ain't it, man. Oh, Lordy. All right, continue.
Okay.
Popped out there. Nick Scott had a chance to make that tackle, didn't get him down. And these are the things that we have to talk about and address. It's a run fit thing.
He didn't do his job. Two people didn't do their job.
Back on that pre-snap operations, where's the disconnect? Is it you not getting the play in fast enough or Bryce not getting out of the huddle?
A little bit of both, and we just got to keep
a little bit of both
to make sure that we're
a little bit of both. Shout out David Newton asking the right questions right now.
How much of an impact is it when you're breaking the huddle or they're breaking the huddle late and Bryce not getting to see the field?
It creates more challenges. We have the information we need to get the hots right, to get the protection right, but it's those critical 5 or 6 seconds. It doesn't seem like a lot of time. It's everything, for us to be able to play at the line of scrimmage.
But why are you going down to?
Update on Turk Wharton?
Yeah, Turk.
Why are you getting down to 5 seconds before you snap it, though?
So, I think
it shouldn't take 20 seconds to come through all the adjustments and get everybody set.
That kind of range, but
yeah.
We got an MRI on him today, so and he was having a fantastic game. He had 4 tackles early on, and was really doing a great job getting off of blocks and making his opportunities.
Nobody cares about that.
That's a possibility or no?
I'm not sure about that right now. Yeah.
All right.
Matt Jones had an ankle. He's going to be okay.
Guys are healthy. Cool.
We checked him
Next.
this morning. He's sore, but I hope
Here we go.
to get him back going this week for practice.
From a play calling standpoint, specifically on that 4th and 1.
Ooh,
Would you do things differently, or
good
do
question.
you still like the play call after watching tape?
We had good matchups. We had what we wanted. We just got to execute it, and that's kind of what we went back to. And Bryce and I had that conversation. It was like,
Okay, stop it
You
right
like the
there.
call?
You like the call. You like the call.
Mm.
Think about that, folks. He and Bryce both like the call. Did that call come from the numbers that Brad was shouting in your ear, Dave Canales, or did that come from you? But either way, you're telling me all three phases were on the same page here on that play call?
That
Nah, not buying it. Not buying it, Dave. Sorry, I'm not buying it.
yeah. Why does this remind me of Pete Carroll, Marshawn Lynch, Russell Wilson all over again? Super Bowl. Oh my God.
I mean, he was a part of Pete Carroll's staff.
Yeah, he's from
He
under
was
that
trained by Pete
umbrella.
Carroll.
It's from under
So
that
you being
umbrella.
trained to lie like Pete Carroll was too, under pressure?
Yeah. Cause ain't no way, and I will stand by that to the day I die. Ain't no way Pete Carroll was all for that play call. Ain't
No
no
way.
freaking way.
No way.
Ain't no way.
You knew how strong New England's secondary was.
Especially
Everybody under the sun knew how good that secondary was. And
especially
you don't
after
throw it into that.
after beast mode got you to what the 1 yard line. No. Ain't
Exactly.
no freaking way. Ain't no way.
Hey, so you're trying to tell me everybody was on board with this? And liar.
And like I said, I blame Russell Wilson for not voluntarily
Liar.
audibling out. I'm sorry. When you are in that position, you just got to take one for the team and just look and just be like, you know what?
Ooh, that's a lie.
You know what? Screw what the coach says. You know what? Beast mode. I'm audibling. Get this touchdown. Let's get out of here with the
Exactly.
second Super Bowl.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. Come
Yep.
on. Like he got you
You're
to the
telling me
1 yard
Russell
line.
Wilson was on that train too,
Yeah. Not to mention
and agreed with that?
what was it? It was it was second down and they still had a timeout. They still had a
That was
timeout.
supposed to be a curl route, wasn't it? Right into the teeth of that defense.
Yeah. But it's
You're
like
telling me you didn't expect that gigantic linebacker to pick that ball off?
well, I mean it was Malcolm Butler. I mean it was Malcolm Butler, but I get what you're saying. But
Like he takes up so much space in the middle. You're telling me, oh my god,
but like yeah,
Seattle, you handed New England a Super Bowl
I'm sorry. I would
on
have
a
just
silver platter.
I would have easily been like, you know what?
To this
Screw.
day, I will still say that.
Yeah. That's why a big part of me is like
God, it pissed me off.
I would have been like, you know what? Screw this, Marshawn. Take the ball.
Exactly.
Take the ball and get us this touchdown so we can get out of here.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Let me get my second ring in a row,
Yeah, go for
please.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, cause it's like he got you to the 1 yard line,
Now all of a sudden you don't trust him anymore.
and you had, and even if it didn't go, even if he didn't get in, you still had a timeout. You still had a timeout
Exactly.
that you could have used, and you could have dialed up something.
Oh my god. That still pisses me off to this day. It still does.
Cause my thing is, after if you try to like run up the gut, he doesn't get in. You use that timeout, that final timeout. Okay, now you got plenty of time to scheme something together. If you want to consider a play action, a bootleg, something, okay, I'll give you that. But to go right into a pass when beast mode got you to the 1 yard line and it's only second down. and you sign off on that, like I said, I blame Pete Carroll for the play call, and I blame Russell for not audibling.
Bro, nobody out there believed that that was the truth. Pete Carroll. Nobody. Name me one person in the football world that had any type of football knowledge that believed that. Bro, you're not fooling anybody.
Oh, and just for the record, because there may be some folks watching this that may not know who Marshawn Lynch is. We're talking about an All-Pro, a Super Bowl
Mm-hmm.
champion, a
Mm-hmm.
five-time Pro Bowler, and a back-to-back rushing touchdowns leader. Twice, back-to-back, 2013, 2014. And you mean to tell me you don't trust that man after getting you to the goal line to just punch in for one more yard? Are you serious? Really?
200, 250, 260 pound, massive running back. Pure muscle.
Why do you think he's called beast mode?
Right.
Oh man.
How do you think they got to the Super Bowl in the first place?
Because they beat the
Like that
brakes
was
off
part
of
of it.
they beat the brakes off of Denver.
Yeah, they did too. Mm-hmm. So
Oh man.
that would have been 2 Super Bowl wins in a row for Seattle. I want people to understand that too. That would have been two, and they were this close to making that happen.
And that's why to this day I will consider that unless something crazy changes, I consider that the dumbest play call in NFL history.
In the Super Bowls for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say NFL history, but definitely in the Super Bowl history. Yeah, and if I was Marshawn Lynch, I would be fuming, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I would be
absolutely.
absolutely fuming. There's
Absolutely.
no excuse for that.
Cause that
Imagine if that's us and Christian McCaffrey is in that situation. Just put that into perspective for the people that don't fully understand this. And we're about to win a back-to-back Super Bowl. We're inches away from it, and you got Christian McCaffrey.
or heck, if we had Cam, he would have taken that ball himself. Shoot.
Exactly. Yep. And Cam elects to throw it into the defense.
But yeah, just that
In his prime.
I respect Pete Carroll, but that's like the one asterisk that just bugs me about him. That's
Yeah.
the one asterisk.
All right, Dave, we done caught you in one wide. We done caught you in one wide, dog. Let's go.
Yeah.
We had guys in good matchups, and we just got to execute.
Did he try to throw the ball away, or was it just off the mark? And if so, would you rather him take the shot just in case?
Miscommunication.
I thought it was kind of a miscommunication.
That's what we're going with?
Was Xavier going to break to the front pylon or go to the back pylon? I think he was taking a shot to the back pylon on that.
Ooh.
That's supposed to be a rub route, and did T-Mac...
No, it was not. Yeah.
Describe what you saw on that play. I mean, it looked like Leggett was open there for a second, but also Bryce had
execution.
What do you think should happen there?
Yeah, I just think execution.
Stop. Execution. That's what we're going with.
I mean,
Just
yeah.
no, bro. No. Dude. Shout out the reporter that asked that question, because this dude, started out first 2 weeks of training camp asking some really dumb questions. And then he started to turn it back around. David Newton, yeah. And once he started asking some real questions like that one right there, I was like, props to this dude, man. I don't give many accolades to media people, but when you turn it around and you pull a 180, good freaking job, David. You are starting to get educated on this team. You're starting to get educated on what we're doing here, and you're asking the right questions at the right time. That's doing your homework, man. Good job. And you put the heat on Dave Canales, and he could not handle it.
Yep.
He could not stand the heat in the kitchen, man. I was like, woo, woo, it's getting hot up in this presser. Let's go.
All right.
Specific about our place.
You were able to hit T-Mac a couple times on third downs. What did you think just about his first performance after a good development?
I thought he played fast. You know, I thought he looked very
You
comfortable.
moved him
out there
around a little bit.
one-on-one outside. You know, we moved him around a little bit. And he showed an ability to be able to handle that. You know, he and Bryce were on the same page timing-wise. So I was really pleased with the way he played. You know, I'd love for him to come up with the big touchdown in the end zone, shot down the field, but he ran a beautiful route on it. And he really gave us a chance to have some explosives down the field and to just have a consistent target.
Do you think, what's the outlook on Icky now that he's kind of a week further into this process?
He had a great workout today. I think with this thing, what I'm learning is like
Huge
every day
leap.
is a huge leap.
Define a
in that
huge
direction.
leap.
And so I expect him to be back this week. I hope he is. We're going to put him back out there and practice in a limited fashion and make sure he's, you know, pushing on people and feels confident to go.
You guys have talked about being a developmental staff.
There it is.
Yeah.
On offense, it seems like a lot of the young guys are getting playing time. On defense, not.
Yeah, let's
really.
get into your
So
brain a little
what
bit here.
goes into the decisions on, hey, we want to make success, or do we want to develop these guys?
Yeah, well, I'm pushing that. You know, I'd love for all of our young guys to play.
Why do you
I
feel
really
that that's
believe
valuable
it's so
in
valuable
regular
for
season?
those guys to be out there. Are they going to be perfect? No. Will every rep that they take be valuable and beneficial for their future? Yes.
Why?
You know, and
So here's my thing.
Stop it right there.
I'm a play a little bit of devil's advocate, just a little bit.
All right.
Okay, Dave, if that's honestly what you really want, you want the young guys out there. That's a priority for you. What the heck is stopping you from making that decision when you're the freaking head coach? What's stopping you?
Bingo.
Like, what's stopping you from literally just changing the lineup? You're the head coach. The
Why
head
is this a good idea?
coach.
Why?
So that's the only thing that I can say. Because, I mean, the whole, you know, I'm trying to push for it. I'm trying to push for it. It's like you're the head coach. What's there to push for? You're the head coach.
So let me get this straight. Your whole thing is that you're just trying to get them developed. Bro, you could do that in practice. This is the regular season. We're trying to win games.
I mean, like I said, I like the guy's personality, but he's got to turn up the heat. He's just got to turn up the heat. Like, and the thing is, this was somebody that claimed supposed to be the quarterback whisperer. Look at what he did with Baker Mayfield. And, you know, when he worked with Russell. And, you know what I mean? It's just like, come on now. Like, I just want to see some aggressiveness. But
This ain't it, Dave.
yeah.
This ain't it. All right, so let's continue this absolute nonsense here.
Sure.
so I would love for those guys to get opportunities out there so that we can see what we have. And then also just knowing like it's a long season and a lot of people are going to play, you know, at different times. And so it'll help us, you know, going forward.
No, stop. This is your conversation with Ajaro is is we're gonna get the whole staff together. We're just gonna play defensive players. Oh, like that's supposed to solve the problem right now when everybody's being put in nickel and dime defense when they're not supposed to be, leaving these guys wide open. Wide open. Have you guys seen the amount of catches versus targets that Jacksonville had versus ours? Have you seen it? Because there's a wide gap.
Oof.
Let me find this real quick because I need this is important.
So, so you're talking attempts to catches, right?
Yeah, targets.
Targets.
Yeah,
Um,
strictly targets.
29 targets for Jacksonville, 34 for Carolina.
No. Hold up. I got you. I got you. 1 second. Because this is important. Sit right there for 1 second.
Okay.
Let me do box score. Box score is what I want. All right.
Okay.
All right. So Jacksonville had uh 19 for 29 targets.
Yes.
Ours were 18 for 34.
Yes.
18 for 34. And they had 9 pass deflections against us. 9. You want to tell me why that makes sense right there?
Well played. Well played.
We had 4 pass deflections versus their 9, which means we are not pressing these wide receivers. We are not pressing these guys
Yeah.
at all. We're letting them catch the ball, but we're stopping them for the yards after the catch. But we're letting every single one of them catch the ball versus ours. If they drop it, they drop it. That's on them. But the fact that this is turning into 24 yards long, yards long, 10 yards long, 11 yards long, 7 yards long, and that's just Etienne by himself, is embarrassing. You let a running back get 7 yards on you without playing press defense. A running back. Unacceptable, Ajaro. Unacceptable. And this has been going on since last year. Since last year. Why do you think KC and the Philadelphia Eagles ran up the score on us so much? And we had to battle on offense just to keep up. It's because of that garbage right there. Stop running nickel and dime every time you see those situations. Get out of that.
Seriously.
We need a field general linebacker or somebody out there on defense that can shift us out of that garbage and put us where we need to be. Even in a 3-4. You know, we need something. Because this ain't it. You got defensive audibles too, not just offensive audibles.
Right.
So if you see something that ain't right, like a nickel defense where it ain't supposed to be there, shift out of it. You know? If you see guys that are missing their assignments because they're not supposed to be where they're supposed to be, shift out of it. If you see it two or three times in a row. And that's what Luke Kuechly was so good at, diagnosing pre-snap. And we lost that with Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis and A.J. Klein and all of these leaders. So I just wanted to point that out. All right.
Continue.
But yeah.
Oh, okay.
To have with EJ.
I just collectively as a staff is just like, you know, hey guys, let's play these young guys. We're gonna need everybody.
Oh, there's Lathan. There's the question about Lathan.
Trevin, just from the standpoint of having them next to each other. Like we saw you guys run big nickel, but like in a 2 safety set, is there any redundancy there?
I think that they're both pretty versatile guys. So I don't think it's completely that
Will he
way,
get
but
his chances?
I think Lathan will get his chances, you know, and as he continues to do the right things and you know show the type of play style that we've seen from him, you know, I think he'll give us confidence, you know, to give him a shot at some point. But you know, right now, I like the group the way they're at.
Will he
You know,
get his
we just
chance
have to
though?
continue to get better
Because you
and every
keep
time.
putting Nick Scott out there.
You know, I know
Yeah.
run
That's
defense was a concern last year, and it's something you worked to improve on. How much did not having Morgan in there impact things? But also, what did you see on tape when, you know, giving up 200?
I just saw a couple of explosive runs, to be honest. You know,
consistently pretty
I
well?
thought that we played the run
Question mark?
consistently pretty well, but I
Consistently
thought that
pretty
we
well?
gave up big plays. We gave up a 70. We gave up
Okay,
the
pause,
reverse touchdown.
pause.
Yeah.
And then
Consistently pretty well? Let's diagnose that for a second. This running back room, this includes Trevor Lawrence, by the way, got 200 yards of rushing
200 yards. Yep.
of 32 carries. Oh, we consistently stopped them? Can we talk about the fact that Travis Etienne had an 8.9 average rushing yards during that game?
Not to mention they had 10 rushing first downs.
Yeah. Let me stop you right there, Dave Canales, because you had Brian Thomas Jr. who got 9 yards and a touchdown, by the way.
Yep, on a jet sweep.
Oh, and LaQuint Allen Jr., who the heck even is that, got 7 yards rushing. And you're going to tell me we consistently stop the run? Lie. Caught you in a second lie. Let's go.
Okay.
Caught you in a second lie, son.
then we gave up a couple of explosive runs in the 4 minute. Those ones hurt because we talk about finishing. We talk about just continuing to play right regardless of what the situation is. And they got a couple of explosive runs there late, you know, and I think you add those three
A couple of
that's
them?
about 100 yards. And
8.9
that's how these days
average,
happen,
Dave.
you know, but I just felt like if the guys were in the right spot, we were playing stout up front, we were playing with technique, and then there was a lapse and there was a big play. That's the NFL. You have to be consistent about it.
Oh, that's your
He's
excuse.
played this defense two times last year, but also he's got a background with the Rams and obviously Evero. They really attacked the box in the middle of the field early. Why do you think they were able to find success there?
Great scheme. I give a lot of credit to Liam. And to
Great
that staff.
scheme. Great
Shane Waldron,
scheme.
You know, guy that I know.
Okay, hold on. Pause.
Man, miss me with that great scheme nonsense.
Hold up. They had a great scheme. First off,
you're supposed to stack the box against a draw.
not only that, y'all, I mean, the run defense has been something that stood out, you know, for the last few years. And when you know that they've been grinding away at the run, especially to the point of giving up, you know, a 71-yarder, like, you would think maybe you should, you know, stack the box. Maybe you should, like, come up some. Like, I feel like there's so many of these defensive plays where they're giving them too much of a cushion, even on runs, you know? And it's just like,
This is just, you got to be kidding me at this point.
I mean, Dave, I know you're not a defensive guy, but, I mean.
We know you're BSing now. Come on. We know you're lying.
Anyway, that's all I got. Want to keep going?
Like, is your Pinocchio nose going through the roof now? Come on, Dave. Lord. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's go.
You know, John Van Dam, Chad Morton, Kali'i Kekueba, who was with us last year as well. It's a really good staff, and I thought
they didn't need to prepare that much.
Preparing those guys to play us and executing.
Generally speaking, sometimes when you look at the tape, it might not be as bad as you thought it was, or not as good as you thought it was. Where did you land?
Whoa, stop.
I
stop.
landed
disappointed and encouraged.
Uh-oh.
What are you encouraged about? What are you encouraged about? The fact that you almost broke Chuba Hubbard running 15 draws up the middle? 16 draws up the middle? Is that what you're discouraged by? Bro. And what exactly are you encouraged by? The fact that, oh, we've got talented players. We already knew that. We already knew that going in. Did you leave your brain on the bus when you went to Jacksonville? Oh my God, dude. Like I can't with this press conference, dude. I can't. I I can't. What am I listening to right now? What are we listening to right now? This is supposed to be our head coach. This is the guy that says finish. You know, all these great things that we were supposed to do, and blah, 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 blah. Everything that is supposed to be said right, and we get this. You fold after one loss, and you lied, you BS your way through the press conference, and you act like, da, 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 He's dodging questions like the Matrix.
Dang.
Listen to him.
Dodging like
He's
Neo.
dodging questions, dude.
Dodging
insane.
like Neo.
It's insane. This is supposed to be our leadership, and we're getting this.
That's
And
wild.
I'm not trying to throw smoke, man, but I'm just trying to call out stuff for what it is.
Yeah, it's got to be addressed.
Yes, it does. It is that important at this point. Like, whatever we'd say after this, to prepare for the Cardinals game will be short, it'll be easy to get through.
It'll be pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, going.
Encouraged. And that's really, I can sense that from this group as well. I can sense that they know
yes, they
that
do.
we have a team that can be good, that can play a really good brand of football. I can sense that from the feeling I got in our team meeting. The look in their eyes, the disappointment afterwards, but also this sense of like, guys, we can do better than this. I think we have a really talented group on the offensive side. I think we have a really talented group on the defensive side. Our special teams units covered well with the bunch of young guys out there.
Stop. We don't care about punt. We don't care about punt protection. We don't care about punt protection. That's not the coverage I want to talk about, Dave Ellis. I want to talk about the fact that Evero Gyro keeps putting us in nickel freaking defense when we're not supposed to be in nickel defense. That's the type of coverage I want to talk about. I want to talk about the fact that these guys are getting all of these catches when they're not supposed to be getting these catches. We're not pressing on.
Yep.
That's the type of coverage I want to be talking about. I don't give a rip about punt coverage. Punt coverage and special teams will take care of itself.
Yeah, that's not what's the most important.
That's the special team coach's job, not yours. Yours is to get this team straightened out. Continue.
Okay.
Well, in punt protection and some of those things, and I think the pieces that I saw watching the film directly afterwards, getting up this morning and watching parts of it with the
how the heck do you feel good about this team?
I just feel good about this team.
How?
I don't feel good about the team that we put out there on Sunday in terms of the execution and the fundamentals.
Oh, the execution and fundamentals.
When it's things that I feel like we can coach, when it's things that I feel like we can help them with, I feel very confident that this group will be able to come together and play good football.
What did your owner say about, how did he feel about the performance? You said you didn't like the team was out there. What did he say to you afterwards?
We had some great conversations.
To what you were saying, Vash, on that note, both JC and Nick Scott mentioned yesterday, like, the danger can be if guys start merging this today with what happened last year. So that's what we have to protect against. Just from your position as the head coach, how do you protect against that?
Yeah, you just build. You build and you grow. That's what these weeks are about. It's so valuable.
Build and you grow.
The game has a way of just telling you the truth. And so we go right to it and say, guys, this is where we're at. Like, this is us. Let's own what was out there today.
Stop.
Okay.
Let's own what was out there. Let's own our mistakes. No, what owning our mistakes looks like is going to your coordinators and telling them, get your head out of your butt and start doing your freaking jobs.
Yep.
That is owning your mistakes. Calling out your coordinators and saying in the press even and telling them these guys were hired by me to do a job and I'm embarrassed by the job that they're doing. I'm going to talk to them on Monday and we're going to get this straightened out. And then do it. Don't just talk about it, do it. I'm tired of all this talk in Carolina. Do it. Either do it or don't do it. And when you don't do it, these guys get fired. Point blank, period. And it is your job to either keep them on track or to fire them. You are a head coach. Do head coach things. Stop treating yourself like a coordinator. You're not a coordinator anymore. I'm tired of the excuses, Dave. And I don't think you would ever expect me to pull out the excuses line. I'm pulling it out today.
Oh, snap.
These are excuses, what you're giving us in this presser. We caught you in two lies, and you're pulling out excuses now of why stuff is not getting done. No, you can't stand on the fact that there's injuries. You can't stand on the fact that you've done everything you could possibly do, to get this win, and still end up with a loss and come up close. You can't stand on that anymore. Do your job. You want to preach about finishing? Finish yourself. Yeah, finish as a head coach. That applies to you too, bud. And I hate throwing people under the bus like this, but God, man, this is tough love, man. This is tough love, Dave. You gotta. We're putting you on tape today. We're putting
Yep.
you on tape today, buddy. And we're saying, where's the accountability? Not just for you, for your coordinators too. If you don't put these guys in the right places to get the job done, yes, the accountability comes back to you as well. You have to take that responsibility. Don't pass the buck towards the players and say, oh, it's the players' fault for lack of execution, blah, 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 blah. Fundamentals, blah, 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 blah. We've heard that before. We've heard that song and dance for the past 10 years. Stop
Yep.
it. This is year 2. We're trying to win games and we're trying to get a division title. Wake up. If that is not your goal, then you are in the hot seat. I'm sorry, Dave, but if you are not physically aligned with us on this year 2 and trying to win a division title, you're falling behind. You are. Not the team, you. Because that needs to be your responsibility too. It takes a village, man. It takes a village to get this done. And if everybody's not on the same page, there are miscommunications, there's lack of execution, there's all this other stuff that follows.
Right.
It has to start with you, Dave Canales. It has to start directly with you. And if it doesn't start directly with you, you have failed to do your job for that week. Point freaking blank. Don't give me this all, oh, well, we have to hold each other accountable, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that applies to you too.
Yep.
You're part of this too, bud. Wake up and smell the coffee because it's strong as heck. God, man. Your boy DT3 says, you know what? If things don't work out this season, I really don't want this man to be blamed, but one coordinator himself. Yep.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. David Screw says, Dave, I believed in you now. I'm having second thoughts. Get it together. This is embarrassing. You and the rest of us, man. I hyped this man up to the moon, and this is what I get for my efforts.
Yeah. No, I feel I feel you.
You're making me look like a clown, bro.
I
You're
feel
making
you.
me look like a clown, and I don't appreciate that. Stop making me look like a clown and start making me look like I'm smart
Yeah. Like I said,
for backing you up.
I know y'all. I know we vouched for him, pretty hard. So I get the frustrations. I totally get it.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
Get back here. Let's make corrections and let's
Improve daily, huh?
Let's continue to push our football forward, and own the things
Own
that
the things that we own. Oh,
find
own
new
the things
mistakes
that
to
we
make,
own.
find new lessons to make. Let's move beyond the things that we've grown through and we've become very proficient at in all those things. So
Have we though?
That's the mentality for
Have we though?
Just corrections, just looking back at the 2 interceptions Bryce threw on Sunday.
Yeah.
We're looking at just the one going to XL.
Yeah.
The route looked right depth-wise, and then I guess the last one was just kind of off Rico's hands. That kind of feel like that was just the ball should have caught. Just kind of curious what you saw on both of those plays.
Yeah, just the safety jumped out of the middle, cut Xavier off on the over route. We asked the receivers to be friendly. Bryce has to see the safety. I think that one was pretty clear.
Oh, so now we're blaming Bryce for not
check
seeing
down,
the safety.
Just a little bit off mark to Rico's left, but again, Bryce is finding a little window to sneak the ball out of there. So I think that's a chemistry thing. I think we just have to continue to grow with each other and find those lanes where I have a
Chemistry
visual
thing?
confirmation. Here it is, so.
Apparently.
Slid on the-
Come
the
on,
one
Dave.
we fumbled.
I think he's kind of stumbled a step before. It looked like he kind of lost his footing and was
Ooh,
going
here we
forward
go.
already. And in those situations, we try to teach our guys.
He
going to the
stumbled a
ground is
step
vulnerable.
before.
We teach our defensive guys the same thing. When guys are going to the ground, the ball can be
He
vulnerable.
stumbled
So
a
Bryce
step
just has to
before.
lock
That's what
that
you're
up
going with?
two and try to shield himself in that situation.
We got here. He was pretty open talking about how he
Stop.
didn't play baseball.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the excuse you're going with? That's the excuse you're going with? He stumbled a step before?
Mm.
That's what we're going with?
Seems like it.
Oh, so instead of saying Bryce Young should be sliding, like every quarterback in the NFL should be doing at this point, they should already know how to do this. Your argument is he stumbled a step before he fell to the ground, and the ball became vulnerable. Let me get that straight. That's your argument, Dave?
Apparently.
Good Lord. What are we listening to, y'all? What are we? This ain't it, man. This ain't it. T Green says keep pounding. Yep. We got to keep pounding through this BS, man, because this is not it. I think that was the last question I asked him too. There might have been one more.
Understandable. I only got a little bit of time left on the video, so shall we finish it out?
Was not a natural
Yeah.
slider.
So
Is
the last
that
question
something that you
was
need to work with him on?
Maybe.
he's not a natural slider.
Okay, thank you.
I don't care if he's a natural slider or not. He needs to learn how to do that in the NFL.
Yeah.
You cannot be a quarterback in the NFL if you do not know how to slide.
Yeah. Very necessary.
I'm tired of the excuses. You're a head coach. Tell him to learn how to do it. That is your job, Dave Canales. I don't want to hear the excuses. If this man doesn't slide next week, I'm going to be looking at you like, why didn't you teach him? This man should already know how to do this. Why do we need somebody that's brand new coach in the NFL having to teach this dude how to slide?
Yeah. I got a few
You should already know how to
comments.
do this.
I got just a few comments. Ricky Martin at says keep pounding, keep pounding, keep. Forget it. Yeah, I feel you. Um, Ken eighty
Right.
eight. Ken 88 says we can go off this Sunday if we see the same. I'm giving Bryce this weekend to figure it out. Understandable.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I got for comments. But yeah.
David Screw says, maybe? Really, Dave? Answer yes or no or maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I, yeah.
That's all you got for us is yep or nope. Come on, Dave.
And see, the scary thing is,
Oh my God.
with this matchup, which apparently I did not realize it's a 4 o'clock game. Yeah, this Sunday's a 4 o'clock
Oh
game.
my God.
Um,
I
so
had to do it, man.
yeah, totally understandable. So, oh man, Arizona's coming into this with some momentum, coming off of a victory over the Saints.
Yeah. Um. Let's get into this.
Yeah.
I, I'm I've wasted enough of everybody's time on some nonsense, but
No, that's all good. Um, so I guess starting with the injury report, um, Tershawn Wharton held out again, hamstring. Uh,
oh my God, ESPN has the Cardinals winning by 65%.
yep, I did notice that the
Oh
matchup
my
predictor.
God.
Yeah. Um, so word is Tershawn Wharton is supposed to miss 2 to 4 weeks.
Mm,
So
mm.
that's gonna hurt. Um,
We got Hunter Renfro questionable with rib injury. Caleb Evans with an illness.
yep.
Icky is supposed to be coming back. Pat Jones questionable with an ankle.
Mhm.
And of course Deshaun Martin we already talked about.
Yeah.
With the Cardinals, we got Tip Raymond, questionable with a foot injury. That's the tight end.
Mhm.
Blake, the punter, with a back injury. How do you get a back injury as a punter?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Joey Blunt is on IR with a neck injury. He's the safety, backup safety, I would assume. Will Hernandez questionable with a knee injury, ACL tear. Oof, that's a guard. I would assume probably one of their starting guards.
I see.
I would have to double check that depth chart, but I believe so. Zayvon Collins questionable with a hand injury. That's a linebacker for them.
Mhm.
So we have who next after this? Let's see. We are looking at the Falcons after this game.
Yeah, that's our first home game of the season,
Our
week 3.
first divisional game too.
Right. Now, here's the interesting thing. I want everybody to take this into account. The Panthers are 15-6 all time against the Cardinals. We've had their number over the years. Not only that, we're 9-4 at home against them. And check this out. We're 6-2 on the
Mm,
road against them.
mm.
Do y'all understand how embarrassing it would be if the Cardinals beat us?
Oof.
That we should be able to own this team because over the years we've owned this team. I mean, yeah, they've gotten a few wins on us, but we've dominated the series.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
We have indeed.
my thing is like we definitely have to get on this. Not to mention Main thing we got to worry about, one thing, Kyler Murray. It's a familiar face, but there's some interesting things. So number one, he got sacked 5 times against the Saints. We need the pass rush to show up.
Facts.
It needs to. It needs to.
Facts.
It's a requirement. Carolina, Ajaro, it is a 1,000,000% requirement. The pass rush has to show up. Y'all didn't get a
I want a
single
QB spy too.
y'all didn't get a single sack in that Jacksonville game. Are y'all honest? Are y'all honestly gonna walk away in Arizona without a single sack? I'm gonna tell you right now,
Mm, mm, mm.
Carolina, if y'all don't get a single sack in this game, I want Ajaro gone.
Agreed.
If y'all don't get even one sack in this Arizona game, I want him gone, like on the spot.
If I
On the
see any
spot.
more of that nickel defense and not pressing up against these wide receivers, I want to jar them.
Cause here's the thing. Kyler Murray completed 8 of 10 passes for 71 yards against the Blitz that day, recording a passer rating of 135.8 and finishing with a 79.0 passer rating, the 4th lowest in the NFL against the Blitz last season. But yet he ate 5 sacks in this previous game. 5 sacks. So y'all mean to tell me, Ajaro, you mean to tell me y'all ain't gonna be able to get 1 sack on this dude? If that ends up being the case, if Ajaro, D-line, linebackers, I don't care, y'all better be playing like y'all's lives depend on it. Because if y'all don't get a single sack, if I don't see a viable pass rush in this game after this dude got dropped to the ground 5 times, somebody's got to go. Somebody has to go.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
somebody has to go on that defense. Coach, player, somebody has to go. Like, period. Period.
Like, Dave, you got to do something, man. You can't just sit on your butt and say, "Oh, we're gonna wait till the end of the year to to fire anyone." But no, no, no. Don't wait till it's too late.
So
Don't wait till it's too late. Do it now. If we don't beat the Cards, do it this week. Because I'm tired of it. He's had more than enough time.
not to mention, so Murray had 21 of 29 for 163 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both touchdowns came against the Blitz. But let me reiterate, he got sacked 5 times. Ajaro, what the heck are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? So,
You got one more chance, Gyro. I'm done with this, man. I'm done with this. We're supposed to be winning these first 4 games, man. These first 4 games are supposed to be clown games, man. We can win these. We can beat Jacksonville. We can beat the Cardinals. We can beat the low end Patriots right now. And we can go in there 3-0 and take on the Falcons and win. We have enough talent. What are we doing?
yeah, exactly. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
There's no excuses this year. None. There is zero excuse why the Jaguars now have controlling interest in our rivalry against them. Well, I shouldn't say rivalry, but our contests against them. There is zero excuses. We don't have a whole list of injuries like we did last year.
Also,
We have the talent. So why? It has to come down to play call.
I know this sounds crazy or whatnot, but when it comes to Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, y'all D'd them up last year just fine. So I really don't want to hear any excuses why y'all can't do the same thing this time around. Ajaro.
If Connor gets 150 rushing yards, I'm calling for Ajaro's job.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Period.
We
I'm
gotta.
done with it. I'm done watching this because we got who now from free agency that's supposed to be stopping that? Oh yeah, that's right. Pat Jones.
Mm-hmm.
We've already got Derrick Henry who came back from a major injury. We've got Trevin Wallace who can stop run games. We have DJ Wanham that can stop runs. We're sitting in a 3-4 defense for God's sakes, and we can't stop a draw play from getting 15 yards from an average running back. That is unacceptable, Gyro. Unacceptable.
Ken88 says they played not prepared. Yeah, exactly.
We
Exactly.
play like we're in preseason.
But like I said,
This isn't preseason anymore. These
that
games count.
they should be able to follow up like they did last year and D up Marvin
Wake
Harrison
up.
Jr. and Trey McBride. So that's what I'm expecting. And then
If your whole plan is to tank this whole season just to get a higher draft pick, Dave, you're on the hot seat. Period. That's all there is to it. Period. Because that's not the goal.
yeah,
If your whole mindset is put the ball in our playmakers' hands and just see what the hell happens, that's not a plan. That's a formula for losing.
right.
Cincinnati's been doing that for years. They get lucky a handful of years, but that's it. They got lucky and they got Joe Burrow. Okay? They got T. Higgins. They got a couple of playmakers. They got lucky. Their GM actually knows halfway what he's doing. But that only gets you so far. And guess what happens when you actually do what you're supposed to do? You get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Ken88 says Connor was killing us until he went out. Our run defense game isn't good by any means. And that's the
It's
thing.
trash.
That's the thing. You're right.
It was last in the league.
We also have to keep in mind
Not good by any means. Understatement of the week.
they got some dogs.
Trash.
They got some dogs on Arizona defense. Calais Campbell, Baron Browning, Josh Sweat, Mac Wilson Sr.,
Sweat's going to be a problem.
Buda Baker.
Buda Baker's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Whoo!
I can already tell you that right now. I've got him on my fantasy team.
And
I'm starting him this week too.
Rookie Will Johnson didn't do too bad in his debut. He did not do that bad in his debut. So maybe this is an opportunity to test him. I mean, he didn't do too bad, but you know, that's the thing. Canales has to get aggressive with the play calling. Like, we can't be doing these cheesy dump offs and not trying to push downfield.
No. The numbers don't even support that anyway.
Yeah.
So what playbook are you looking at? What numbers are you crunching that make you think 16 draw plays up the middle with Chuba Hubbard, making him think he's Derrick Henry, is going to help us in a stacked box? If I see that again, so help me, man.
Not
You're gonna
only
get Chuba killed.
not only that, but you know, T Mac, keep doing what you're doing. Take it up a notch. Um, receivers got to be on point. XL, come on now, dude. This is your second year.
Come on.
Let's get it. Let's get it together.
Come on.
Bryce, got to get it together. Like everybody, like Renfro, everybody. O line. Like we got to be aggressive. Yeah, the play calling has to be aggressive. Dave, like we were starting to do, I'll give you one positive. Our third down efficiency was pretty decent. Was pretty decent. I give you that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But is that it? Is that what we're just gonna settle with? It better not be. Like, I want touchdowns.
Facts.
I mean, heck, we only
Don't
got.
settle.
I mean, heck,
Finish.
we only got a touchdown and a field goal. Like,
Don't settle. Finish. That's your mantra, Dave. That's your mantra. You created that. So applies to you too.
Ken88 says, Bryce, didn't he get Renfro hurt? One of those balls,
Yeah.
one of those balls thrown was a hospital ball for sure.
Yeah, and it pissed me off.
Yeah, it was one of those was a hospital ball. But
That's
yeah,
on Bryce.
yeah. But like this offense has to be aggressive, and this offense needs to get to the line, not when there's 5 seconds left.
Correct.
Like, y'all seriously need to get to the line quicker. Y'all have a 40-second play clock that starts as soon as the previous play ends. You mean to tell me y'all can't get to the huddle, get the play out, and get to the line with plenty of time?
And get set on the line, by the way. There were 2 plays where we weren't set.
Like,
at least bare minimum.
Like, honestly,
and it cost us the delay of game.
If it has to come down to no more celebrating on first down, so be it. But y'all need to get your butts up, get to the huddle, get the play out, and get set. You can celebrate after you score. How about that? Celebrate after you score.
What? It's another thing I don't understand is because I was watching the videos during training camp and these guys were getting set a lot quicker than that.
Yeah.
What is the difference? What happened?
Because my thing is, you do all that celebrating, then you turn around and throw a pick or you fumble or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how about we do more celebrating? You get in the end zone. How about that?
Right.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, get in the end zone. You can celebrate however you want.
Right. But before that, I don't want to see a single person dancing. You didn't do jack crap. All you did was move the sticks.
And Bryce,
come on.
Bryce, that even means you. The whole while you're still on the ground after first down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Mm-hmm. Get on with it.
Get your little butt up. Get back in the huddle. Get ready for the next play. Because y'all are taking way too much time to get to the line of scrimmage, and then y'all have to rush to set, check protection, check, for a blitz or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are taking too much time to the point
way too much time.
To the point where 90 to 95% of the plays y'all are clapping to get the ball out.
Yeah.
Like, that has to change. That has to change. ASAP. as soon as this Sunday. That has to change.
Facts.
Because when you do that and you rush and rush, timing gets thrown off. Folks are sent into a panic, especially considering you're on the road. You're going to have to deal with the crowd noise. So that's already one factor. That plus you're taking so long to get to the line and to snap the ball. Like that's double the pressure.
Exactly.
That's double the pressure.
No,
So
that ain't it.
y'all got to get to the offense, Dave, Bryce, all offense. Y'all got to get to the line quicker. Like, give your quarterback an opportunity to scan the field. If he sees something, Bryce, don't be ashamed or afraid to audible. If that means, a quick pass or just a handoff, so be it. But
Right.
this offense has not been given enough time to make adjustments on the fly. And Dave, as an offensive minded guy, that's something you got to be able to do.
Yeah.
So,
And those audible calls don't even have to come from the quarterback. They can come from the wide receivers. If they notice something, tell your quarterback.
yeah.
Or if the running back sees something, tell your quarterback. So he can change the play up. And tell him in advance notice so that he doesn't have to go all the way down to the one snap counting.
Heck, if you have to, you know what? I'll level with you. If you have to, just run some no huddles. Run some no
Yeah.
huddles.
Yeah.
Like, if that will help you kind of set a little bit better and communicate and just get into a groove, do some no huddle drives.
We have got to establish tempo.
Yeah.
They mess with our timing. They mess with our tempo. They mess with everything that we were creating. And you could obviously tell it was easy to do so. We weren't even hiding what we were doing. Like, if you don't establish that tempo early, like what we got to a point where we were going for it on fourth down in our own territory in the first quarter. That should never happen. Punt the ball.
I mean,
Let your defense take over, do their thing, get the ball back.
not to mention, all right, let's take things into kind of a slightly similar perspective, but initiated a little differently. Think about something. Luke Kuechly, why do you think he had such a head start on knowing what the offense was doing? Think
Film study,
think about it. Film study. Don't
research,
not only that, when he
knowing players' tendencies.
when he's breaking out of the defensive huddle and has everything sort of set, like he's literally, I'm pretty sure I can bet money on this. He's literally scanning as they come out of the huddle and setting, and
Yep.
already is starting to factor in what's going on the moment the offense gets set. Watching
Yep.
for movement, watching for signals.
He sees the three wide receiver set, two running backs already, two tight ends.
Like, why do folks think when he's going like this and scrambling, is because he sees something?
Right.
Like, can we get some of that on offense? Like, Bryce, like, you get to the line of scrimmage with time, you see something, like, point it out, like, do a check. Like,
yeah. I need Bryce to start studying, and I mean study hard. Learn as much as you can. And Andy Dalton can only teach you so much. You have to do this yourself. You know, um, study under a veteran quarterback. You know, maybe a Peyton Manning or a Matt Ryan or somebody like that in the offseason. Learn and see what they're seeing. You know, when they show you stuff visually, you know, in the video cams and stuff like that. Learn what they're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
See through their eyes. Okay. You know, Peyton sees this movement. He sees this linebacker going here. He sees this safety going here. Okay. Now we know where that window is going to be. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So throw it there. You know, don't hesitate. Throw it there. You know where it's going to be.
And see,
I I want him to get to a point where he is comfortable seeing this stuff consistently to where he can just read it and be like, okay, zip, first down, first down, first down, all the way down the field.
yeah.
Let's start building some tempo.
And don't get me wrong. I'm totally okay with, the guard signaling the center to snap the ball,
Yeah,
after looking at Bryce.
yeah,
I'm cool with that. That's fine.
yeah.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you know something? It's okay every now and then to go back to old school hike or two hikes or whatnot. That
Yep.
it's still okay to do that, especially if you want to mess with the defense. Like mix it
Yeah.
up. Mix it up.
Absolutely.
Like my thing is, see, this is my biggest thing. If we're cuz I got to say this. We've had a lot of fans just campaigning like crazy for an offensive minded head coach. And to be honest with you, bro, I, I have
It ain't it.
I have yet to really see it unfold.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that there isn't time for it to unfold, but I mean
Right.
really unfold. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that every now and then there has to be a gimmick play, but like you're using what's working and you're building off of momentum and you're keeping at it until the defense can stop it. Because
Correct.
to quote Cam Newton,
Mm-hmm.
when it came to those draws, those keepers, if you're not going to stop me, if you're not able to, guess what? I'm going to keep doing it. That's
Facts.
free first downs, free touchdowns. Huh, you haven't stopped me.
Yep.
So why should I change that? You know?
Exactly.
Going back to the whole beast mode Marshawn Lynch. If you're not stopping it, why should I stop using it?
Correct.
Like I'm just saying, like I'm really just hoping it's gonna get to the point where Dave will see some things with these defenses and whatnot, and just based on what the offense is doing, and really just pick things apart and just open up the playbook and just really go to town. That's what I really would like to see out of a so-called offensive-minded head coach.
Agreed. Yeah.
So I'm not saying that he won't give that to us. There's still time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be nice to see it as soon as this Sunday, but
Yeah.
that's all I really want, because like you got so many offensive minds out there. Heck, look at Andy Reid. Andy Reid. Do you do you
Mm-hmm.
you think that guy has no shame in running a multiple type of play that keeps working and the defense isn't? What why do you think he has as many Super Bowls as he has?
Right.
Shoot.
Exactly.
Like, seriously.
And if it's not working and you're doing it repeatedly, change it.
Yeah.
This is football 101, folks. Football 101.
If the defense ain't giving you any reason to change up your game, don't do it.
Exactly. It
Ugh.
drives me absolutely crazy.
So,
I mean, with all these draw plays, what year is it? What year is it? Because
it,
you know exactly where I'm going with this, don't you, boys?
yeah, I do.
What year is it? In Carolina Panthers history, what year is it?
You're,
You got Jonathan Stewart hurt. You got D'Angelo Williams hurt. You got Christian McCaffrey hurt. The best running back we have ever had in Panthers history,
yep, hit the 2000
arguably.
club. Yep.
Arguably. You know, people are still debating that today. And now you're going to get Chuba hurt, doing the same exact thing. Dude, he's not Derrick Henry. Stop it. Why do you think all these running backs are hurt and into their careers early? We're going to end up in a Christian McCaffrey situation with Chuba, which means, yes, ladies and gentlemen, he will be traded if you keep hurting him like this. No more 16 carry games. Read my freaking lips. No more 16 carry games. I love Chuba, and I don't see him traded
I sure
any
hope
sooner
not.
than we need to. Any sooner than we absolutely have to. Shout out to Greeny. Things think we will win the game. That's a good question.
I hope
It's a
so.
good
I
question.
mean,
What Carolina Panthers team is going to show up?
yeah,
The team
that's
from last
really,
year, or the team, plus the talent that we have, or the Carolina Panthers from last week? I mean, Carolina gonna Carolina, man. That's all I can tell you. Carolina gonna Carolina. We just can't get out of our own way. We can't stop doing stupid things. What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results.
right.
We did that for 10 years as a franchise. 10 years. And we're back doing it again. Why? We took all this time. We spent all this money. We took the time to get all these draft picks. For what purpose? To get a division title, right? But if you're not going to use them correctly, for what purpose? Why are they here? Why get Trevor Wallace here? Why get Hunter Renfrow here? Why get Pat Brown here? Why sign Trayvon Mowbray? Why draft Lane some ransom? What? Why do all of this if we're not going to go after a division title? I mean, this pisses me off, man.
Yeah.
Everybody that has supported this man is now looking like a fool. And I, as a Panthers fan, will not stand for it. We must change. We must win this game. It's not a matter of think we will win this game. We better win this game. We better win this game.
Yeah. It has to
Because if
happen.
we don't, the gyro's gone. I don't care how many fishing trips you went on with the gyro. This man's gone. And if he ain't gone, Dan Morgan, it's up to you.
Not to mention, like I said, we better not get through this game without a single sack. I'm gonna tell you right now, we
Dave
better.
Canales will not fire him. He doubled down. Dave Canales will not fire this man because He literally doubled down and said, "Yeah, we're playing some rookies. We're going to develop these rookies." Da 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 da. Okay, so here's what you're telling me: you're going to use these rookies and younger players as a scapegoat for why we don't beat the Cardinals and why a Gyro should keep his job for one more week. You're running. You're going to run out of scapegoats eventually, Dave Canales.
Yep.
When's it going to happen? It can happen now, or it can happen after we've already lost the season and your job is now in jeopardy. Which one would you rather have? Pick one.
Yep. Like it could get ugly.
And
Y'all.
Dave, and I love the relationship between him and Brad Isaac and blah 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 blah. But relationships don't win championships.
Sure don't.
The buddy buddy system does not win you championships. It's like hiring a janitor to do a defensive coordinator's job. A janitor should be a janitor, unless otherwise said, okay, I have other skills to provide. If he has the necessary qualifications and he knows what he's doing to be a defensive coordinator, then fine. But otherwise, he's a janitor. He
Well,
mops floors.
and it also reminds me of what, Denzel Washington as Coach Herman Boone said, and remember the Titans. He said personally that he would not cut a player that plays for me, but when you put on that uniform, that Titan uniform, you better come to play, because I desire perfection. And he meant what he said. You put that uniform on, coach, you put that headset on, you, you it's time to work. You better be locked in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All that buddy buddy stuff, we're cool, high five, needs to leave immediately. The moment you put that jersey on, you put that headset on, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You leave that crap in the weekend where it was
Yeah,
during the week. Where you had the fishing trip or whatever expenditure you had. Plane ride, whatever you did, that was cool. But now you're locked in. You're playing a game.
yeah,
You're trying to win. What happened to that whole rhetoric of I'm trying to win. We're trying to win in Carolina. You know, the, all of that. Where did that go? I didn't hear none of that during that press conference. Did you?
nope,
Not a single bit of it. Did you hear any mention of a Gyro or Brad Isaac during that entire press conference?
nope.
And that right there is cause for alarm. Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is cause for alarm.
Yep,
Because the first thing out of his mouth better be, I apologize for my coordinators for not calling these games correctly, and I'm going to fix that. That better be the first thing I hear out of his mouth after a loss like that.
yeah,
Yes, our players did have a lack of execution. Yes, you can add that in later. But the first thing out of your mouth better be, I'm going to hold these people accountable because they were the source of the problem. And you know doggone well they were.
yep,
Stop covering for your buddies. Stop scapegoating the players. You know exactly who the person to blame is, and you're not blaming. Everybody under the thick blue sky can see it, except for you, apparently. And if you think you're fooling anybody right now, you're not. A 10-year-old playing Madden for the first time saw through that curtain.
oof.
Come on. Come on, man. They saw through those lies. It's what he's not telling you. That's what you need to pay attention to, ladies and gentlemen. It's what he's not telling you. That speaks volumes. When I listen to my head coach talk, I don't listen for what he says. I listen for what he's not saying.
Yep,
And I fill in the gaps. Because if you're just listening to what he's saying, you're going to catch him in lies. You're going to catch him in a whole bunch of BS. But what is he not saying? What does he already know that he is not telling you? What is he doing behind closed doors that he should be doing instead? That's the cause for alarm. That's what we're concerned about. That's why we started out with this press conference. Because if we're going to win this Cardinals game, we have to understand that we cannot be doing stuff like that. So if we're going to take on Marvin Harrison Jr., if we're going to take on, Kyler Murray, James Conner, we have to understand who we're dealing with, first of all. Secondly, we have to understand who we are.
Right.
And what we're supposed to be doing. And if we don't even understand what we're supposed to be doing, we're already behind right out of the gate before the kickoff even happens. Right off rip.
Right.
That's a problem. And that will lead to your firing, Ejaro. So, if I were you, Ejaro, I would get on the phone with these people and make sure that everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. That way, when this game kicks off and that defense holds, but the offense doesn't, you've done your job. You don't have anything to worry about on Monday morning when we start calling names.
They better get it together. That's all I know.
Because once we start calling names, that's it. You can't hide yourself. You can't hide behind your players. You can't use anything as a scapegoat. You got no more crutches, bro. That's it.
For reals.
You either succeed or you fail on your own merit. I said that before, and I'll say it 100 more times.
But I'm going to take a quick restroom break, and then I want to get to our score predictions, for this game and for the other games. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to call out a few players.
Yeah, go for it.
You go ahead and do your thing. Now, we've got Marvin Harrison Jr. Everybody knows Marvin Harrison Jr. Okay. So, looking at this offensive line, Will Hernandez is new, I think. Calvin Benshaw has been there for a little bit. Xavier Weaver, I think, is new, isn't he? It's been a minute since I've seen this depth chart, so this Cardinals team too, in general. So you look at the defense. Calais Campbell. Do not underestimate Campbell. I'm going to say that right now. Do not underestimate Campbell. You will regret it if you do. Garrett Williams is another one. Pay attention to Garrett Williams. And for those that don't know, Garrett Williams has been around for a minute, man. Yeah, this dude's been around for a minute. 3 years from Syracuse, 5'10", 192 pounds. He got 2 solo tackles, but don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. Because you look at these numbers, he had 54 solo tackles out of 84 combined for his career of 3 years.
All right, I'm back.
And I'm talking about Garrett Williams now. This dude was drafted 3rd round, 72 overall. And he's got 54 solo tackles out of 85 combined. He's got 11 pass deflections. He got none of them last year. 2 interceptions last year. A forced fumble last year. This dude is not to be underestimated.
Not at all.
That's a name I'm paying attention to. Watch that matchup. Because I got a feeling XL is going to be on Garrett. So you got Max Melton, you got Will Johnson on defense here. We're going to take a look at Will Johnson. Now,
Rookie.
Will Johnson's new. 6'2", 200 pounds.
Rookie out of
He's
Michigan.
got a tackle already. He's known for his pass deflections. He's got 3 of them so far. He was known for his pass deflections in Michigan as well.
Yes.
So he allows just 17 completions on 37 targets and 321 coverage snaps in his final season with Michigan. So, case in point, pay attention to this dude. You may be able to you might be able to run Ted on him maybe.
Right.
See if you can get a mismatch there. Max Melton, 2 years in the league, 5'11", Rutgers, 187 pounds, 3 solo tackles so far. He's got a pass deflection as well, but that's not what he's known for. He's more so known as a run stopper. As you can see by the combined 6 tackles. He had 5 pass deflections last year, which is kind of undervalued.
Yeah.
For that number. But look at the combined tackles, 57, and he's got 37 solo tackles. So that kind of tells you, okay, he's a run-stopping corner for the most part. So he'll shut down screen plays, he'll shut down counter plays, stuff like that. So look for him in those certain situations. Jalen Thompson. We know what Buda Baker can do. Let's look at Jalen. 7 years in the league, 5'11", 190. Washington State. Already got 4 solo tackles. 8 combined. Again, this is a tackler, but the thing to be aware of is those interceptions.
Right.
He's got 9 total interceptions. He had 4 in 2023. Pay attention to that. Do not let this dude do anything. Take him out of the plays. Do whatever you got to do. But the biggest thing is 32 career pass deflections. So, while looking at this, that number did go down to about 3 last year, and he's got 1 this year. But don't let that fool you. The previous 3 years, 2001 through 23, you're looking at 7, 8, and 9. Don't let that fool you. He can pass the deflect. And during 21 and 22 were pretty much his prime years of tackling. He had 121 tackles in 2021.
Dang.
Yeah. 110 in 2022. And he had 98 last year. So you don't think this man can't get back to his prime form again? Come on, man. This is a dude to watch out for, man. I'm trying to tell you. Look at that smile. You bro. I'm watching this dude like a hawk in this game. I want to know where this dude is at all times. Him and Buda Baker.
Ah, totally understandable. Totally understandable.
Buda Baker, 9 years in the league, 5'10", 195, 5 solo tackles. Like I said, he's on my fantasy team, but pass deflections, consistent number every year, either 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Early on in his career. He only played 12 games in 2023, but came back 2024, had 5 pass deflections. So had he played up to his full potential, he would have had the 6 or 7. So he was just 1 or 2 off that total consistently. He's had 2 sacks a year. So watch out for him on blitzes. Combined tackles. Last year, he had 164 combined tackles. One of the leaders in the league, I believe, right?
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah. And it lines up because he had 147 back in 2019, 118 in 2020, and 111 in 2022. But he's consistently getting right up there to 100 every year. And the solo numbers are big too. 559 out of 911. So pay attention to this guy right here. Without a doubt, Buda Baker is going to be a problem. So my question for Brad is, how are you going to game plan around that?
It's a good question.
Now I'm going to go back to Campbell,
Calais,
the
big man.
defensive tackle.
Calais Campbell.
18 years in the league. This man is not to be underestimated. 6'8", 315 pounds of pure muscle from Miami. 3 solo tackles so far. But the numbers speak for themselves. He had a combined 20 solo tackles out of 28 back in his first year. And it just kept growing from there. In his prime year with the Jacksonville Jaguars, he had 72 combined tackles.
Okay, wow.
And that's run stuffs included, of course. And guess what, folks? He can pass deflect. 63 career pass deflections. Keep this man's hands engaged.
Yes, got to. Got to.
If you don't keep his hands engaged, if you let this man swim move you, you are cooked. Offensive lineman, I'm talking to you. Pay attention to where he is at. Because if he gets up on that line and you don't control that hand movement, you are cooked. Yash, especially you. If Yash is playing at left tackle, oh boy. Oh boy. Please do not put Buddha over there. Because Buddha will clean him up. I'm just trying to tell you right now, Buddha will clean him up. It will be ugly. So it's, and he can also sack people too. Guess what? He had 7 sacks last year.
Wait, Buddha
No,
did?
no, 5 sacks last year.
Oh,
5.
okay. Dang, that's still not bad for
Yeah,
safety.
6.5 the year before that, 5.5 before that in 2022. I mean, consistent sacks. He got into the double-digit range in 17 and 18.
Jeez.
This is a dangerous guy right here. That's scary numbers right there. And those sack numbers are consistent. He had 8 sacks one year with Arizona. And now he's back with Arizona years later. They're using him in the exact same way. So I'm watching Buddha very, very carefully. How about Josh Sweat? What's Josh Sweat been up to?
I believe wasn't he at Chicago before and then came to Arizona, if I remember correctly?
Mm-hmm. 8 years in the league. It was with the Eagles.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Good call.
Recorded a lot of sacks with the Eagles, too. He recorded 8 with them last year. A couple of pass deflections, but that's not really what he does. You know,
Right.
he's more of a play control guy. You know, he stops the plays. So you're looking at 237 combined tackles for those 8 years, which is not too shabby. 129 of those solo. And he has started in 65 of 105 games overall.
Mm-hmm.
He really wasn't doing much from 18 to 20, but then they started putting him in for 13 games in 2021, and then full games from that point on. He does have 1 interception, but that's not a concern. The concern is the forced fumbles. If he figures out how to get that part of his game going again, we're in trouble.
Yeah, that's a
He
red
had
flag
3 in 2020. 3. So that's a total of 7. And most recently in 2023, he had 2. So if he figures that out, we're in deep trouble. So protect that ball. Bryce, I'm talking to you. Slide.
Yeah, got to slide. No, more this forward diving.
Yeah. I'm looking at you right now, Bryce.
QB slide still works.
Learn how to slide. Please. If you see sweat come anywhere near you, even in your vicinity, protect that ball with your life. Because he will try to rip it out of your hands. That man's an animal and he is hungry for that ball.
For reals.
Who else? Who would you like to point out?
Let's see. You pretty much hit the nails on the head. I mean, James Conner. Did you talk James Conner? Because
Let's do Connor.
Because I mean, we got
Followed by Trey Benson on the depth chart. By the way, they split a lot of carries.
We got to really stop the run. I mean, he was somebody. Even though we won last year when we played him, he was somebody that went over 100 yards rushing. So, definitely got to be on point stopping the run, especially with what happened with us and Travis Etienne. So, yeah.
Travis Etienne is different. He's a different pedigree of running back, and I'll say that right now. He's got a lot more physicality, and he's very quick with his feet. He's very elusive. So if he sees a gap, he's going to shift very quickly and go through that gap. He's very quick. So James Conner is more of a straight ahead run. He's more of a power runner. 9 years in the league, 6'1", 233. He's built for it. 30 years old. His most recent game was 12 carries for 39 yards, 3.25 average. Case in point, the power runners are not going to have a higher average because they're being run right at the defensive line, mostly.
Right.
Unless they're out there catching the ball. And so far, I haven't seen any logs or anything of him catching the ball. So, really what he's doing, yeah. 285 catches for 2,222 yards, career-wise. I stand corrected. So, yeah, he is being used for that, too. He's got about 12 receiving touchdowns. But where he really cooks, notice the pun there, is with running back touchdowns, which is 59 career touchdowns. He had 12 of them last year. In his first real NFL debut in 18. He had 15 in 2021, and that was really the only ones where he broke the double-digit barrier.
I see.
But he had 8 last year. But notice that his average is 4.4. Even for a power runner like that, consistently, that's tough to do. He's got just over 6,000 rushing yards in 1,373 attempts. He hasn't had the healthiest career because in 2021 he had some injuries where he only played 6 games.
Right.
He played 82 out of 108 overall games in his career where he started. But here's the interesting part. When you're looking at his stats, look how many fumbles he has. 16 fumbles for his career. He had 4 of them last year. This is an opportunity to capitalize.
Got to. Definitely got to.
He fumbled 16 times. He lost 5 of them. This is a man that's very careful about getting those fumbles back. So try to jump on it as quickly as you can. As soon as you see it, jump on it quick. Otherwise, you've lost your window. And I know that Dave has been teaching these guys, be quick about that, If you see it, finish the play,
Right. Okay. Let's
see what Trey's been doing. Ooh, Trey got used for 8 carries, 69 yards, 8.63 average. Whoa, they're using Trey. 6 catches. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this dude's been busy. All right. 2 years in the league from Florida State. 6 foot, even 220. Okay. Yeah, keep an eye on Trey Benson. We can stop him, but he's been busy.
Let's understand, especially considering, going back to stopping the run. It's important.
Southern Methodist. This dude's been around the league, hasn't he? Holy. I'm looking at Beecham right now. This dude has been around the league for quite a while. Went from the Steelers to the Jaguars to the Jets for a few years. Cardinals. For 5 or 6 year. This may be his last year of his contract with the Cards, unless they extended him. Huh. 14 years in the league. Fascinating. Anyway, you were saying?
Um. Oh man, that wow, that Packers Commanders game is coming down to the wire, but I think Washington might be out of it. They got a minute 4 seconds left in the fourth, but it's
Ooh,
27-18.
27-18. Okay. Yeah. There's no 9 minute, 9 point play for
Yeah.
Washington.
So
I think Washington's done.
yeah, I think Green Bay's about to go to 2-0.
2-0.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. Um. Well, speaking of which, I guess let's go right into score prediction time. Um. Okay. Well, we know the Green Bay Washington game's about to end. Looks like. Um.
I would have picked probably Green Bay.
Yeah. I mean, they're playing at Lambeau, so it's totally
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah. They've got a lot of talent. It's a tight matchup, and this is exactly what I expected to happen. You know.
Yeah. Not as many 4 o'clock games this Sunday, so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But going from the top, Jacksonville at Cincinnati. I'm gonna say Cincinnati. I think they're a
Cincinnati.
little stronger than
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Joe Burrow should be eating that Jacksonville secondary. If he isn't, then there's something wrong with Joe.
Yeah.
Um, because we know that game should have gone much differently with us against Jacksonville.
Yeah. Yeah, it really should have.
That's not a very good team at all, and the Bengals should win that game.
Agreed. Definitely agree. Oh, this next one's gonna be interesting because both are coming off of losses.
Mm-hmm.
Giants at Cowboys.
All right, I'm just gonna say this, Dallas. You got too much talent to be going 0-1.
Or you mean 0-2?
Yeah, 0-2.
Because they lost to the Eagles. I'm
Yeah,
actually
fair,
I'm
fair.
actually gonna go with Dallas as well. I think they should get
They
this.
got too much talent to go 0-2 right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this is the Giants we're talking about.
So yeah, both in agreement on Dallas. Okay, I got a bone to pick with this one. Chicago at Detroit.
Detroit.
Man, Chicago, y'all let me down. I picked y'all to beat Minnesota, and y'all let me down.
I picked Minnesota.
What the heck, Chicago? No.
At the end of the day, it's still Chicago. You don't bet on Chicago.
Uh, Detroit for the win. I gotta be smart about this one. So
Until you're mid-season, you don't bet on Chicago. Because by the time Chicago gets to mid-season, they're like, okay, yeah, we figured out a few things. Maybe Caleb Williams can get some stuff done. We've got a few talented players, blah, 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 blah. So get a couple of surprise wins, and people will think, oh, yeah, Chicago's coming back. No, no, no. And then they'll choke again. They'll be typical Chicago.
well,
Just don't bet on Chicago. Don't do it. If you're thinking about doing that in the betting lines, don't do it. You'll
don't
lose money.
don't do it, folks. Hate to say it, but he's right. Don't do it.
That's
Okay.
the same as betting on our Panthers at this point. Just don't do it.
So both are in agreement. Detroit. Rams at Titans.
Titans are trash. Rams have more talent. Rams.
Yeah, I got to go with Rams as well. Um, oh, geez, this next one. Patriots at Dolphins.
Okay, this is Tua's comeback party. If Tua doesn't get it together in this game, there's something seriously wrong with Tua, and it's not his
Right.
concussion. It's his ability to read the field. In which case, he should retire
Yeah.
because there's no excuse for him losing both the previous game and then this one.
Right.
Like, even with those concussion issues, Tua was still at least mostly Tua last year.
Hmm.
When you go back and look at the numbers, like Tua was actually hitting passes. So I don't see any reason why he can't have a comeback game here. Now I do like Drake May to the Patriots' credit. Uh, you do have a couple weapons,
Right.
but it's not enough. I'm sorry, Tua for the win.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go Miami for the win as well. I
Yeah,
think I think they'll get back on track in this game and get their
yeah,
first win of the season.
yep.
Okay. Interesting here. San Francisco at New Orleans.
San Fran.
Yeah, I gotta go with San Fran as well. Especially they made a good move in getting rid of Jake Moody and bringing in Panero because Jake Moody was dropping the ball for them on
Yeah,
kicking. So good pickup by them. But yeah,
yeah.
I got to go Niners as well. I know they're going to be without Brock Purdy for a few weeks, but I
Mm-hmm.
really don't think that's enough to stifle them that badly against New Orleans.
Agree. New Orleans has been struggling.
Yeah,
Um, they'll find their way, but it's going to be a little bit before they do.
right. Oh, this next one. Bills at Jets.
Okay. How the Bills do last week? They won, right?
Yeah, they beat the Ravens. It was a shootout. It was a shootout, but yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right. This is the question of is Justin Fields for real, or was that game last week a fluke?
I mean, they lost by a last second field goal, so
Right. Is that offense for real of Justin Fields? That's really what we're trying to find out. And this game is really going to test that, and we're going to know for sure
right.
after this.
I'm gonna
Um,
I'm gonna play it safe and say Buffalo. But I think the Jets could possibly put up a good fight, but I'm gonna play it safe and go Buffalo.
I think I'm going to agree with that. I would rather trust in Kyler Murray and his or Josh Allen, my bad, Josh Allen and his established offense,
Mhm. Yep.
and that established team,
Yep.
that's been consistently winning. That
Coming
I
off.
would gamble on Justin Fields right now.
Yeah, and Josh is coming off an MVP season, so
Yeah,
so Buffalo it is. Oh, this next one should be very interesting. Seahawks at Steelers.
and what happened with the Seahawks last week? Let's see here. They lost to the 49ers in a close one,
Yeah.
which is typical when these two play each other. These games are real close in their defensive battles.
I think
Um,
I think it should be good, but I am going to say Pittsburgh sneaks this one out and gets the victory.
I'm gonna agree with that.
You agree? Okay.
ESPN is touting them as 61%. And plus you've got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's gonna find DK Metcalf, and they're gonna find some chemistry.
Right. Agreed.
But this is also Smith Nigma that's playing against him, and that's a former teammate.
Yes, that is Jackson Smith-Jigba. Yeah. Hmm.
So keeping that in mind, the Pittsburgh defense is going to recognize the weaknesses of Smith Nigma because they've been on the same team before.
Hmm.
So they're going to find ways to take him out of the game. But Seattle does have Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Who's
So
been
so Sam will find other ways to get the ball into the hands of playmakers.
who has been playing much better football a little later in his career, but he's still in his 20s, so
Mm-hmm. He'll find other targets to throw to.
yeah.
So it's going to be interesting for a little bit. But I got to go Pittsburgh
Okay. Um, Cleveland at Baltimore. I gotta go Baltimore.
here.
Uh,
Baltimore.
yeah. I mean, even though they lost a shootout against the Bills, I mean they still put up what 40 points. Yeah. And it's Lamar Jackson, a two-time MVP. I really can't see Cleveland winning this one, so gotta go Baltimore.
Yeah, Cleveland barely lost to the Bengals last week, so
Yeah.
by 1 point. So yeah.
Okay, this next one. So this is first of three 4 o'clock games. Denver at Indianapolis.
Okay, now here's an interesting one because if you looked at that score of Indy last week, do you believe this in this Indy team? Do you buy into that,
Well,
or was that to his downfall? Is AR actually a decent quarterback? Are we really
well
gonna
you
buy
gotta
into
well
that,
you gotta remember
or
Daniel Jones played. That was
yeah,
That
yeah,
was Daniel
fair,
Jones. So
right?
I mean,
Okay, so this is Daniel Jones with a brand new offense, and this has been a Colts team that has a terrible offensive line that somehow played decently that day. I guess the Dolphins, who have a strong pass rush. I don't understand how that happened. Like, I gotta dig a little deeper on that one and figure out how that happened because that's just Daniel Jones hitting 272 yards in that game is ridiculous. That dude popped a heck off. And it actually surprised me. Pittman Jr. getting 80, Jr. getting 71. I mean, I'm inclined to start thinking this may not be a fluke.
yeah. And I mean
Maybe
Denver's coming off a win against the Titans.
Titans, but they barely beat them by 8. I got a feeling this is going the Colts' way, man, because the Colts have Tyler Warren. They have Pittman Jr. You know, they have Taylor, running back. It's a pretty good running back.
Yeah.
Got 71 yards last week. And that defense held last week. So this is, if you look at it, the Dolphins are no slouches, man.
Oh no,
Again.
not at all.
But here's another thing, though. The Dolphins cannot beat a playoff team. They can't do it. So Are the Colts a potential playoff team in the making? We will find out.
We will definitely find out.
I'm picking the Colts. This is an interesting one.
You know,
I'm
I'm
watching the Colts closely this year.
I'm actually gonna agree. I think we're gonna get a surprising burst from the Colts. Probably
Yeah,
one of the least likely teams to do this, but just something definitely stuck out after they beat Miami.
something
And
just clicked with with Daniel Jones and this offense.
yeah,
Maybe it was the right system, maybe it was the right fit, but it worked.
so yeah, I gotta agree with you. Indy for the win. Okay, we gotta talk about ours. Carolina at Arizona.
Okay, we have a best case scenario and a worst case scenario situation.
Yeah,
Best case, we beat them 24-21. Because you got to remember, we are dealing with Kyle Murray.
yeah. Mhm.
And these guys are no slouches on offense. Um, but worst case scenario, we get blown out again. We only put up 10. They get 24.
Mhm.
That's not an exciting offense from Arizona compared to everybody else. That's playoff caliber right
Right.
now, or ready to make some moves, and make a run. So from those teams, you would expect to see them going 30 points, somewhere around that area.
Right.
Arizona just doesn't have that type of firepower.
I'm gonna
So I'm
say
thinking is early 20s
I'm
area.
I'm gonna say 21-17 Carolina. Mainly because I'm banking that being that Carolina is coming off a terrible first game and being that they're going against a team they've had better success with,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go by that, and I just really hope that that's enough and the necessary changes happen to where this becomes a reality of a victory. But we'll have to see. Um, what do you think? You going Carolina or Arizona, or are you kind of?
Don't know, man. Which Carolina team is going to show up?
That's another thing too. We don't know.
Yeah,
We
this is a humongous unknown here, and I don't like the fact that it's unknown. None of us do.
Nope.
The fact we're even having this type of conversation, it bothers me to no end. We're in year two, you know? This is the second game of the year. We should not be having this type of conversation. We should be having a totally different conversation right now.
Yeah, seriously. But
Concerning just knowing who we are and what we're doing, all that. But we're trending in the wrong direction.
yeah, exactly. But
I I hate to say this, but I'm picking Arizona.
that's understandable. That's understandable.
I hate to do that, man, but when we're struggling like this, I have no other choice.
Yeah, understand. So
Throw me
okay.
under the bus if you want to, Panthers fans, but I'm just being realistic.
I totally get it. Okay, we got ourselves a Super Bowl rematch. Eagles at Chiefs.
Hmm. Okay, here's the thing. The Eagles played a very, very good game last week and won.
Yes.
The Chiefs dropped the game to the Chargers by 6 points.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, that was a heck of a freaking game.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chiefs are pissed. The Chiefs are pissed. They're looking for somebody to take that anger out on. And the Eagles happen to be the perfect team to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eagles, can we say that was truly a convincing win over the Cowboys? You see a 24-20 score. Was that convincing, though?
Well, I mean, that's fair. That's definitely fair. I'm going with Kansas City mainly on the sake that they're at home. That's it. I expect this to be a close back and forth game, but I'm going Kansas City just because they're at home for this. That's all I got.
I'm looking at the numbers of this Eagles Cowboys game. I mean, you're looking at Jalen Hurts did not match Dak Prescott at all. You're looking at a 19 for 23 versus 21 for 34. The passing yards, Dak Prescott's got him.
Right.
Hurts actually won as far as the running backs are concerned, but he was the quarterback rushing, though. He had 2 rushing touchdowns.
True.
Whereas you have a actual running back winning that battle in Dallas, with 2 touchdowns of his own.
Mm-hmm.
So, advantage Dallas. CD Lamb under 10 yards, off 7 receptions. Dotson got 59 off 3 catches. That's your leading receiver for Philly. So everything seems balanced until you start looking at the stats. And it's just Dallas should have won this game. Just looking at it statistically.
Yeah.
But one turnover can change the whole thing. And that's exactly what happened. So, if we're counting on Kansas City turning the ball over one time, I don't know. I don't think so. Kansas City wins.
I have to agree.
I think Kansas City is going to have the numbers down the board to beat the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Definitely on board with that. Okay. Atlanta at Minnesota for the Sunday night football game.
Well, Minnesota's got talent on their team, but Atlanta's got a little bit more, I feel like.
Of course, Minnesota's coming off a victory. Atlanta's coming off of a loss.
Atlanta lost to the Buccaneers 23-20.
Yes.
Let's see. Vikings beat the Bears just barely. Oof. Not a good look, Vikings. Not a good look. You know what? What injuries we got going on in this game? What injuries? Okay, let's see. Okay. Darisaw, questionable ACL, MCL. Gotcha. Jeff, okay. Concussion. Oof. Yikes.
Yikes,
Some
indeed.
serious injuries going on with the Vikings. I see a toe injury. I see an ACL. I see a concussion, an elbow, an ankle injury. Jeez. Yeah.
Well,
Dang. Okay. And the Falcons don't have Casey Washington. That's a concussion. Mooney, shoulder injury. Drake on his shoulder. Um, and one of their offensive linemen is on the IR. I have to go. Oh boy.
I'm going Minnesota. I think it'll be close, but I'm going Minnesota.
I'm going Atlanta.
You going Atlanta? Okay.
I'm going Atlanta. I got a feeling about this one. This is my upset pick of the week right here.
Right on.
People aren't going to see it coming. But I'm just kind of looking through these injuries and just going, if these injuries keep piling up for the Vikings, that's going to go the Falcons' direction
Fair point. Fair
very
point.
quickly. And these are bad injuries, too. That's exactly why I wanted to look at it.
Mm-hmm. And then we got two Monday night football games. All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Another doubleheader. Tampa Bay at Houston.
All right. Tampa Bay at Houston. I will go with Tampa Bay.
This one, because I know the Texans lost to the Rams, but it was a pretty low scoring game for the most part. But this is the Buccaneers that's been hot ever since they've gotten Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. And the Texans lost 14-9 to the Rams.
Yeah.
And the Rams are trash right now. That's not a good look for Houston. Tampa's fresh off that division win to start off the season.
Yeah. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. I got it.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay. um, and then part two of the Monday night doubleheader. Chargers at Raiders.
Well, I think that game against KC has proven that the Chargers are for real now.
Yeah.
You got who's their head coach now?
The Chargers?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good question. I actually don't know.
Didn't they just get Harbaugh?
Um, Actually, I think
Yeah,
you're right.
they
Yeah.
did. They did. Jim Harbaugh. And he actually coached a heck of a game against the Chiefs, man. I was impressed.
Yeah.
I watched that game.
Ooh, this is interesting. Jim Harbaugh versus Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Pete Carroll was kind of looking like he didn't. He's looking like he kind of lost a step in that Patriots game.
Yeah, you would think they would have dominated that Patriots game, but I mean, both teams are kind of rebuilding to a degree. So
this is a Raiders team that cannot hold a head coach for more than a year and a half. That's how impatient they are.
they are playing at home, the Raiders.
They're hoping that Pete Carroll will be the one that ends that streak.
Yeah.
But honestly, this dude is pretty close to retiring. So, 20-13. Patriots. It's not a convincing win.
I'm gonna have to say
Chargers.
I mean, I thought about it, but I gotta say Chargers.
Yeah.
And I know my dad's gonna be watching. He's a Raiders fan, so I know he's gonna be catching that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta go Chargers. I gotta go Chargers.
I mean, you look at the numbers that LA put up against the Chiefs. I mean, it's convincing, man.
Right.
27-21 win over the Chiefs. I mean, you want to make a statement that you can hang with the Super Bowl champions. That's the way
Right.
to do it. Right out of the gate. Justin Herbert played a heck of a game too. 25 for 34, 3 touchdowns. You know, then you had Quentin Johnston who went off. He had 5 receptions, 2 touchdowns. I mean, it was just a very impressively coached game. Like, Andy Reid just got out coached by Harbaugh. How many times can you say that? You know, that's like Reid getting out coached by a Harbaugh rarely ever happens.
Right.
But when it does, it pisses Andy Reid off and his whole staff. So this is not going to be a fun outing for the Chiefs. They're going to be wanting a win next
True.
time around. Harbaugh isn't going to feel full of himself because he's done this before. He's been with the Niners. He's done all this stuff. This is not new to him.
Right. Right.
Not at all. So he's going to come in here and he's going to start doing some work, this year.
Yeah.
This is an excellent opportunity to take another division win and make a humongous statement that, yeah, we're not going away. We are going to contend for this division title. And we are going to have a strong chance of being able to be successful this year
Right.
with Harbaugh at the lead. So Raiders just can't get out of their own way. They're going to be at the bottom of the division again, probably.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I hate to see that for Raiders fans, because they deserve so much better. They've
Yeah.
suffered through so much, and this team has just been so mediocre for so long. And I feel for them, because you finally get Pete Carroll, you finally get excited, you beat the Patriots, you're thinking, okay, we're off to an okay start. We're going to be okay. And then you run into this red hot Chargers team, and you're like, crap.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to describe it. Yeah.
Oh boy. So if you're the Raiders, you're thinking, okay, Commanders coming up after that. And then you get the soft Bears game, and then the Colts are going to destroy you. Then you somehow get that win against the Titans, squeak it out. It's going to be a so-so year for them. And that schedule does not look good.
Yeah.
There's a couple of soft spots in there, but I'm telling you, the Raiders are going to be a top 10 drafting team at the end of the year. I just have that feeling right now. I'm watching unfold right in front of me. If
Yeah.
that's the best you can do against New England, this is going to be a long year if you're a Raiders
Yeah.
fan.
For reals. But okay, that's week 2. Like I said, Green Bay picked up the victory. They're 2-0 now against Washington. But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's the lineup. Like I said, I know for me, I'm gonna be able to catch some of the game, but I'm going to a pro wrestling event with my dad. But I will
Okay.
definitely catch some of the game before that. Um, but
We'll be
yeah,
live covering it, so jump in anytime.
Yeah, let them know how they can catch you live for the action.
We will be doing a live stream reaction of the game on Sunday. Keep pounding 3869 on YouTube. Is how you find us. Again, us keep pounding 3869. And the Facebook group page, keep pounding in all caps. The group page, ladies and gentlemen, the group page, make sure you know, is a big difference. Um, and I'll usually post that I'm going live on there, from the YouTube channel when I do so. Really, we're settling to regular season schedule, so not much new going on there from this point forward, unless there's something that we really need to do a live stream on and talk about
Right.
during the week. So, unless it's the preview, so it'll pretty much be the preview and the regular live stream reaction and post game.
Yep.
All combined into one. Uh,
But
yeah, go sub to all our buddies. C3, Bleeding Carolina Blue podcast.
yeah, got a lot of folks staying busy on these podcasts for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So definitely,
We appreciate everybody out here, man. One
yeah,
love, it's family. Especially now, man. Like we value life so much right now. We're all one family. We're all together,
exactly.
and I want to emphasize that, because this is these troubling times lately have just really opened my eyes that we really need each other a lot more than we think we do.
Absolutely.
And we need to value human life. We need to value each other in our friendships and our families, and just hug each other a little tighter, you know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. Well
And
said.
and spread kindness.
Well said. But yeah, definitely second and third and quadruple what Corey said here. But
Mm-hmm.
also, Carolina, get the win this Sunday. Y'all do not
Please.
want to go into Bank of America Stadium 0-3 and have to perform in front of the same fans that you've let down on numerous occasions. It's time to get it right. Come on now, let's get it right. Yes, is it still early? Yes, but it's time to get it right now. Get it right now. So,
Absolutely.
so I mean, what y'all gonna do? Y'all need to get it right. Need to get it right. Otherwise, just gonna be backstepping little by little. Y'all have had Arizona's number over the years. Come on now, let's get this victory. Let's get this
We
victory.
have worked way too hard to regress like this. It's frustrating, and it's not acceptable.
Right.
I will not settle for anything less than a win in Arizona. I'm not. I do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just win.
Yeah.
I'm done with this garbage. You know, I'm done with the lies. I'm done with the BS. I'm done with all of the excuses. Get it done. You're paid to do a job. Do it.
Yep.
No more. No more of what we just witnessed in Dave Canales' press, please. Ever. Ever. And I don't ever want to see us misuse these players ever again. This is a new era. What
Yep.
are we doing? Like, None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. I don't get it. I'm baffled. Why would you use all of our resources and not do anything with it? It makes zero sense.
0 cents.
You've got to please be smarter. You've got to be more aggressive. You've got to wake up, Panthers. And do it now, please. Don't wait until midseason when you feel like, yeah, well, we'll just lazily play all these games and then get to midseason and then go, oh, crap. We're trying to win a division title. It's like freaking Groundhog Day. You know, it's like, come on, man. Come out of your hidey hole. We got to get a win.
Yep.
I'm tired of waiting on it. These fans are fed up with it. And just some of the comments I've seen are just sickening. It's sickening. Like, and I'm sitting there like, can I blame them? You know,
Yeah.
like they're coming in hard after Bryce Young. They're coming in hard after all these people again. And I'm like, here's how you shut them up. You win.
You win.
Period. You want to shut them up, win. If you don't care what they're saying, then win anyway.
Yeah. We need to badly. And just heard enough excuses.
Stop becoming a bottom feeder for the
Yeah.
league.
Like, because it's only going to make more and more folks upset. Y'all need to
And
seriously get it together.
and I hate to put these coaches and players under the bus, but y'all need some tough love right now. This is necessary because you know you're better than this.
Yeah. They know they are.
The players even said so. Like if they realize that they have more talent. Okay, so why aren't we utilizing it? Why are we not going for a division crown? Dave, it's all you. This is all you. This is your team. You put this together. You take responsibility one way or another. You choose which direction this narrative goes. You choose how this novel ends. Do you want to win? Are you going to uphold what you said you were going to do? Are you going to tell the truth? Are you going to be honest with everybody and hold people accountable?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you going to take the lazy coward's way out? This is the critical point of trying to build this franchise where you can either take one of two paths. Which path are you going to take? Because we can either start from the bottom again and reset the whole doggone thing and go straight back to the drawing board, or we can go win and win and win and win and win some more using these players correctly and doing what we're supposed to be doing. Take the division. Take a playoff game. Take 2 playoff games. Win the NFC Championship next year. Maybe even in 27. And then go to the Super Bowl. Fully decked out. And continue to become a problem for the rest of the league. For at least a good 5 years. Which direction do you want to take?
Think about it.
You owe it to the people of Charlotte. You owe it to us as Panthers fans. Time to pay up. We pay for your salary, sir. Through our merchandise sales, through our ticket sales, through our food sales and drink sales.
Like
Which, by the way, Tampa has profited $100 million by doing absolutely nothing. By this team doing jack crap. Do you want him to earn his money? Or do you want him to get it for free off of us?
what y'all want to do?
Do you want to succeed? Are you hungry enough, Dave? This is what we hired you for. This is why we hired you. You were a hungry coach. You were pissed off. You were motivated. Where did that motivation go? Down the toilet? On the bus to Jacksonville? Or do you still have it? Choice is yours. Choose wisely because you can't choose twice.
Yep.
You get one shot at this. You could save Jairo's job right now, or you could let him leave and walk right out that building.
Well,
Either earlier or later, your choice. But sooner or later, that fire will catch up to you too.
yeah. Well said. Well
So
said.
do you want that fire to catch up to you now? Or are you going to win? And you can cool that fire off. And you can just become the ice cold Panthers leader that we need. Resilient and reliant. And roaring like a panther.
That's what we need.
Which one are you going to be? Are you going to be the meat in the jungle, or are you going to be that panther? Which one are you going to be, good sir?
If they better make up their mind, they better make up their mind fast, and it better be the wise choice. That's all I know. It better be the wise choice. But get it done this Sunday. We'll see what happens. But for the sake of this fan base and for any chance of y'all to get to where y'all need to be, y'all better start winning this Sunday. But we'll see how it goes. But I want to thank everybody for coming out, chatting it up, and of course, as usual, keep pounding. Some way, somehow, we're going to get through this, even in the midst of all the craziness going on. We're going to get through this, stay the course. Some way, somehow, we're going to get through this. But the sooner, the better. That's all I can say. The sooner, the better. Well, let's go out here, get this win. Let's cheer our team to success. And who knows, maybe we can go into Bank of America Stadium 1-1. And of course, you know it's going to be getting closer and closer to October. I'm going to be at that Cowboys Panthers game. So y'all definitely, when that time comes, y'all definitely better not disappoint me. Shoot. Because I'm actually going to be there. Yo, shoot. I dare y'all to pull that type of performance for that Cowboys game. Oh, I won't let y'all hear the last of it. Shoot. That's
same.
All I can say.
You already know what I'm saying.
Shoot.
We got 2 roster moves actually. Signed Tommy, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even trying to pronounce that last name. And Israel Makamiku.
Interesting.
Makamu, the safety and a defensive tackle. So There you go. We put Damari Mathis on IR. We signed Jane Cromedy to the active roster, and we waived guard Jatari Carter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going on with the transactions. Just FYI.
Ah, good heads up. Good heads up.
Yep.
But they got to do what
Had
they
to
got to
get that
do.
in.
They got to do what they got to do to press forward, but let's hope it accounts to success along the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, folks, that'll do it for me. I gotta get ready to hit the bed, but thank y'all so much for coming out. Corey, I don't know if you're gonna continue on your channel, but if so, y'all know where to go.
Yeah, probably not.
Gotcha.
Probably gonna call it.
Gotcha. Well, y'all know the deal. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, all of the above. Most of all, keep pounding. And
Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so, and don't forget to check out the Facebook group page. Keep pounding in all caps for in-game posts, polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news, such as scheduling for the channel and for the August Sports app. Keep pounding fans for a week.
nice, good rundown, good rundown. But alrighty, it's been real. We'll
Stay
continue
happy,
this,
healthy, and well.
indeed, and we'll see y'all Sunday for myself, Blitzball Champ, and
Keep pounding.
let's go get this win.
Let's go get it.
We'll see y'all Sunday. God bless. Rest up. Take care.
Enjoy
Peace.
your weekend.
Enjoy your week.